For the final time in the regular season of 2019, the Houston Astros are at home today. They'll be taking on the Los Angeles Angels, and they'll try and win this series. And more importantly, they'll try and wrap up the American League Western Division. The Astros currently a half game better than the New York Yankees for the best record in all of baseball. Three other teams have wrapped up a division in the major leagues. The Astros trying to become the fourth. They've had no help getting that magic number down from the Oakland A's, who have won 10 of 11 games. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our final home broadcast of the year. I'm Todd Callis alongside Jeff Blum. And Blummer, let's just get a W and get this thing going.
I was going to say, we're waiting till the last home game to get this thing done. You know the Astros want to do it in front of their hometown fans. I'm with you. Let's do it. Just win, baby.
So many great moments during the course of the 2019 regular season. We're going to revisit those during the course of today's broadcast. The Astros have already set the record for their best record at home in a year.
Yeah, it would also be nice to finish it off with that 60th win here at home, where they have turned things around over the last couple of years, becoming a very good home team. And that's why the home field advantage might be a little more meaningful to these guys if they can finish out here at home. But a lot of good memories. We're going to be talking about them, and there's a lot of them because they've been averaging 6 runs a game here at home.
Show you the defensive plays of the game, the pitching performance, or defensive play of the year, the pitching performance of the year. This guy has been raking. The guy who's in the most home runs at home this year, surprisingly, Yuli Gurriel. We'll see what happens today with Justin Verlander on the mound, looking for one more win. He's one shy of 20 wins, and also the Astros with a magic number of 1, looking for win number 60 at home this year. Baseball on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Budweiser. Plan ahead for a safe ride home from your friends at Silver Eagle Distributors, Houston. And by Volkswagen and the 7-seater Atlas SUV. Astros getting ready for baseball on a Sunday afternoon. Justin Verlander will try and bring home another division title, as he did in his first start as an Astro in 2017. He also has some milestones in the scopes as well. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
Hey, respects to
One of the longest home runs in the history of this ballpark.
first off, the Astros hit to win it. If necessary, we get and bury the competition. We welcome all to witness, regardless of the opposition. Pitching on the mission, we heavy swing for the fist. And even as I say we got a problem, cause when the age go up, can't nobody stop us. See, Valdez is known to strike him out, divide and conquer. And Alvarez will bank him out, don't you ever doubt.
Way out of here.
We ain't tripping, that's how the game go. H still rap without a raincoat. Boy, this the city of the dream team. Astros World Series. Jose Altuve, don't play but get ring. Michael Brantley make it hot, summer hot, winter. And springing on the break a record, yeah, we all remember. We got Verlander pitching to a city near you. Astros World Series, round 2.
Watch me swing through. I'ma go hard when I swing in my city. I'ma go hard when I bump in my city. I'ma go hard when I start in my city. H-time.
Another run will score. 21-1, 15-0 game.
It goes down in every town in my city. Represent my city. H-time.
Big thanks to the Chapter Boys getting us ready for what is Fan Appreciation Day at Minute Maid Park. Should be a full house to see the Astros play one more time in Houston here in the regular season. And the Astros arrived to the ballpark today with a chance to do something incredibly special. And who else but Justin Verlander will get the ball to start this one. The Astros have given their fans plenty to cheer about this year, 101 wins. But then 59 of those coming at home, and Justin Verlander can make it 60 if he just continues to pitch the way he's been pitching at home here lately. These are his numbers in his last 7 home starts. The 1.39 ERA. Hitters were struggling to get to him there. Season whip for him is so good, but how about over those last 7, 0.73. And today is going to be his 4th start at home in the month of September. The only other start he made this month was the no-hitter in Toronto. Pitching very well down the stretch. We hope to see more of that today, and he's also very aware of what he needs to reach 3,000 strikeouts today. 11 within reach, and he said he'd love to do it in front of his home fans, TK, even though he knows that's a lot to ask for.
It is, especially against a team like the Angels. They don't strike out very much. Second in fewest strikeouts in the American League, trailing only the Houston Astros. But Blummer, when you need a magical moment, not a bad guy to have on the hill.
Yeah, big pitchers pitch in big moments, and this is one for the Astros trying to close out this homestand and this season, regular season at home with a big W. A lot of milestones, 60 wins on the line here at home at Minute Maid Park and also the West.
Justin looking for his 20th win of the year against this lineup with David Fletcher leading off. He'll be the second baseman, followed by Brian Goodwin. Albert Pujols will DH and hit third. Cole Calhoun in right field, the cleanup hitter. Andrelton Simmons at short, batting fifth. Jared Walsh gets the start at first base. He'll hit sixth. Michael Hermosillo will be the left fielder and bat seventh. Matt Thaiss at third base hitting eighth. And Anthony Bemboom with his first start of this series, batting ninth and catching. The Astros starting defense is presented by Xfinity. George Springer will be in center field with Josh Reddick in right and Michael Brantley in left field. Scheduled day off for Carlos Correa. So Alex Bregman shifts back from third to short. That means Aledmys Diaz gets a start at third. On the right side, the combo of Jose Altuve and Yuli Gurriel. And behind the plate, as he has been for every inning of Justin Verlander's 2019 season, Robinson Chirinos. Ready to go on a Sunday afternoon. Justin Verlander needs 7 strikeouts to match his career high, which he set last year. He needs 11 to get to 3,000. And he would need 17 over his last 2 starts to get to 300 for the season. We're underway with Fletcher on the first pitch, sending one into shallow center. Altuve will let George Springer make the play as there is out number 1. They're already having fun to start this game.
Scouting Report is presented by your Greater Houston Honda dealers. How about the pitch usage for Justin Verlander in his last 7 home starts? We talked a little bit last start how he's getting away from that fastball that was getting hit out of the ballpark, getting on that slider, and getting on it good, to the fact that they are only hitting 108 against that pitch. So he is fastball slider heavy to get the swings and misses and avoid those barrels.
Now Verlander will face Brian Goodwin. So what are the chances for Verlander to get to 3,000 today? Well, he has struck out 11 or more in 5 of his last 8 starts. However, he is facing a team of the Angels that are third in the major leagues in fewest strikeouts, just the Astros and the Pirates. And the last 2 times Verlander has faced Los Angeles, he struck out 6 and 7 respectively in his last 2 outings. 2-0 the count to Goodwin. Fastball, foul tip for strike 1. It's 2-1. Another good crowd gathered for this final home game of the season. It was a sellout last night, the biggest crowd of the year, 43,264. People filling in the stands as Verlander deals with the Angels here in the first inning. A little bit outside, and it's 3-1.
A lot of off speed. 4 pitches in this at bat, 2 changeups, a curveball, fastball.
How about the fact that his last start he threw more sliders than fastballs?
Yeah, you don't see that too often from Justin. He's not afraid to go out there and challenge some guys.
Justin and Robinson Chirinos, second batter of the game. Not locking in on what the pitch should be, and so Goodwin stepped out. There's that fastball.
Check out our MD Anderson strike zone. A lot of pitches on the outside part of the plate or just off the outside edge, deciding to challenge up in the zone with the fastball.
Verlander making his 33rd start of the season. He'll end up facing the Angels today and then again in Anaheim for his final start of the year on Saturday, the penultimate game of the 2019 regular season. And then JV will be lined up to pitch game 1 of the ALDS. Down and in, misses with the breaking ball. And he walks Brian Goodwin, a rare walk issued by Justin Verlander. And it's just 41 walks on the season.
Yeah, did it with a 3-2 breaking ball. 81 miles an hour breaking across the plate to the inside off the plate.
So now he'll face Albert Pujols with a runner on. Plenty of matchups between these two veterans. Pujols in 46 at-bats has hit .283 against Verlander. That includes 3 doubles and 3 home runs. He has walked 7 times, and JV has struck him out 9 times. Astros starting the day 101 and 54. Their lead is 7 games. Their magic number is 1. A's have won 10 of 11 and 15 of 18. The A's have not allowed A.J. Hinch's team to move that needle very quickly on this magic number. Half game lead over the Yankees for the best record in baseball.
Yeah, just kind of delaying the inevitable. You know, they'd like to get out of the way and just move forward.
And on the other side, if you're Brad Ausmus and the Angels, there's really not a lot to play for the rest of the way. You're hoping to avoid a 90-loss season. You just watched the Yankees clinch against you at Yankee Stadium, so they would love to try and get out of town and force the Astros not to celebrate on their watch. As Pujols is down to the count 1-2.
I'm not feeling much sympathy that way. But it's really been injuries for the Angels that have put them in this spot to be on this road trip late in September and possibly watch 2 teams celebrate a clinch in front of them.
Angels have not lost 90 games in a season in 20 years. They start the day with a record of 70 and 85. Albert Pujols having another good year against the Astros. You'd probably have said that for about 15 different seasons. He's got the all-time home run and RBI mark against the Houston Astros as a visiting player. 59 home runs, 166 RBIs. This time he grounds to third, could be 2. Diaz to Altuve, and they turn the double play on Albert Pujols. Angels hit into a major league leading 139th double play of the year. Here's the Astros lineup that will try to put the finishing touches on an AL West Division title for the 3rd straight year. George Springer leads off in center field, followed by Jose Altuve. Michael Brantley back in there in left field. Alex Bregman bats cleanup. Yordan Alvarez DHs and hits 5th. Yuli Gurriel will bat 6th. Aledmys Diaz gets the start at 3rd base. Robinson Chirinos batting 8th. And in right field, hitting 9th, will be Josh Reddick.
Right-hander Jose Rodriguez is on the mound for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Plan on seeing him for right around 50 pitches. No record on the season, only 14 2/3 innings he has pitched in, 7 walks in that time. He has allowed 3 home runs.
Now the Angels have a plan with Rodriguez to be followed by the lefty Jose Suarez today. The Astros will try and see how quickly they can put 50 pitches on this young right-hander. Rodriguez never facing the Astros will face George Springer here. George with 11 leadoff home runs in 2019. And he drives one deep to left field. Springer has done it on the first pitch. Talk about a jolt to try and wrap up the AL West title. Springer's 12th leadoff home run of the season, one of 3 players to have 12 leadoff home runs in a year in the history of the major leagues.
And on Fan Appreciation Day, George has given these fans something to cheer about early.
thought you put it perfectly in Kansas City. He's the human Red Bull, and he
just inject him into this lineup, into this dugout, into this clubhouse, into this city.
That is quite a start on what could be a very special day. Here's Jose Altuve. One pitch and a home run drilled into the Crawford boxes.
Oh man, drilled 105.2 off the bat.
It's funny, he and AJ often, they have such a great relationship, but they often talk before he goes up to the plate for the first time of whether he should or shouldn't swing at the first pitch. I'm glad they landed on yes today.
Me too, and it's increasing in velocity, almost up to 106 miles an hour now off the bat. I don't even think TrackMan was ready for that one.
I don't think every fan was either. There's still a few fans getting to their seats on this Sunday afternoon.
And he's definitely a guy that would encourage you to get to your seat quickly. Don't want to miss his swings.
The other two major leaguers that have hit 12 leadoff home runs in a season are Brady Anderson and Alfonso Soriano. Soriano did it twice. He had 12 one year, and then the major league record is 13 set by Soriano. So George just won off that mark.
Wow. Something else an Astros going for this season. My goodness.
It's number 36 on the year for George as he continues to move that mark up for his career high. Altuve with 30 in this series. Hit his 30th on Friday night. Hits a pop fly into right field, coming in Cole Calhoun. And he'll put it away for the first out.
Springer dinger to start this game off. They're trying to get away from him, but that is a center cut fastball that George lays into. Got that head out quickly. Kind of a shallow angle off the bat, so a line drive to left at 106 miles an hour. Estimated 377 right into your living room in a hurry.
Quick tire change in this game.
One of the magical moments.
Here's Michael Brantley. Well, it's been a little tough September for Michael, and 100 batting up 172 on the month, but against the Angels all year he's been very good. But Michael going with a little different look today. Got the high stirrups going.
It's a game of adjustments, TK.
I like that look.
And if he gets a couple hits, guess who else is going to like it? Uncle Mike.
Brantley this year 5 home runs against the Angels as he slices one into the netting down the left field line. Counts 2-1.
And that's kind of one of those places that we see Michael Brantley go when things start to get a little sketchy for him and he's trying to get that swing back. He'll try and go the other way to find some hits to get locked back in. If he's going short pants, you think he has George's pants on?
Probably. Julian Morales is the person that normally breaks those stories. Good view from right behind Alex Bregman in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, you got to get the shot of the future MVP maybe.
Fourth home run allowed by Rodriguez when he allowed that Springer home run, and now 15 innings on the season. That one down. Home plate umpire tonight, Chad Fairchild, calls that a ball. It's 3-2. Garrett Cole with a smile on his face along with AJ. Zach Greinke stoic as ever. And Michael takes a close one, but that's called a ball. Rodriguez looked in for an extra beat, thought he might get that call. Instead, it's the first walk issue today.
Going back to Mother's Day, magical moment here at Minute Maid Park with the pink representing Mother's Day. And with his mom in the house, he's had some pretty good games on Mother's Day, but she was enjoying this afternoon as Alex going deep twice in that ball game here at Minute Maid Park.
Jackie Bregman had a good time watching her son on that Mother's Day. Put a couple of home runs out with 38 now is his total coming into the game with a 1,001 OPS. Alex takes a pitch for a strike. Jose Daniel Rodriguez making his first major league start today, the 24-year-old. Tries to find the outside corner but misses. It's 1-1. Bregman still has 7 games to go to try to build that WAR up a little closer to Mike Trout. He's currently at 7.7. Depending on which WAR you go by, Trout's around 8.2, 8.4. He's outside for a ball. It's 2-1. He owns all the marks in runs scored, RBIs. But on the percentage numbers, the slug, the on-base percentage, the OPS, Trout has the advantage, and then in home runs.
It's going to be a tough call, but credit to Alex Bregman for putting up good enough numbers to be in the conversation.
I think 40 is going to be a big one. If he gets to 40.
I completely agree. Yeah, 40's got to be it.
And it stays above 1,000 OPS.
Yep, that's going to help him too.
Because right now, if you say Trout's whatever he was, 1,080 something OPS, and Bregman is 9 something, then that feels like a much bigger discrepancy than if it's 1,001 or 1,003 or wherever he might end up. Hopefully 1,010. This one popped into right field for Calhoun on a 3-1 pitch, and Cole puts it away for the second out.
Community Bank of Texas brings you Yordan Alvarez going the distance. This was in batting practice, launching it off the scoreboard in right field. Got evidence right there. And then this one. Got his own seed after launching this one deep into the night at Minute Maid Park and putting it into the third deck. Literally no man's land up there. Now it's Yordanville.
It's just so high up there. I understand the StatCast numbers, and they're laser focused and measured, but it's so far up there. It's just a ball you don't anticipate seeing ever land in that section.
That thing looked like it was never going to come down.
And it'll forever be marked up there with that orange seat. Well, I think a fan's in that seat today. So Yordan with an 0-1 count sends one the other way, foul, and it's 0-2. Yordan hit a home run just inside the left field foul pole yesterday for his 27th of the year. Yordan now has combined for 50 home runs on the season, 23 at the minor league level and 27 in his Rookie of the Year campaign. It's not even a campaign. Just
no.
His Rookie of the Year season.
Yes.
Yeah, we can make that definitive statement. There is nobody that's going to come close to Yordan at the end of this year, and whether he's unanimous, might be the only drama remaining in the Rookie of the Year for 2019. Been so much fun to watch Yordan since June 9th, his major league debut. Since then, 77 runs batted in. An OPS of 1,085. Those are both second in all of baseball in that stretch since June 9th. Yordan has played exactly one half of a season, 81 games. Takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-2. Blummer mentioned the pitch count for Rodriguez. He's up to 21 here in the first inning. Now 22. And Yordan keeps making him make 2-strike pitches with a lot of foul balls.
Good friend, fellow broadcast partner Steve Sparks, sitting down the way in that radio booth, sent me a note just now. The Astros have homered in every game this month. 19 games. And I believe they're just over 2 home runs averaging a game.
There's a single in right field. Jordan has himself a base hit to keep the inning going. Get a little battle there with 2 strikes by Jordan. Doesn't always have to hit the ball out to impress you.
And that's probably one thing that we don't talk about enough with all this home run talk and the Astros homering in every day this month, is that Jordan is going out there and putting up solid at-bats and taking the base hits when given to him. He's not a guy that just goes out there and is, in that new school mentality of being all or nothing. Yes, he's going to get his strikeouts because he's a big guy and he swings hard, but he's still doing a great job of going out there and creating a batting average at .316. That's what gets overlooked for me.
Yeah, he's put together quite a season, but he's not a guy that's just going to hit home runs and bat .250, it appears. Here's Yuli Gurriel. Yuli takes a look at a pitch off the plate for ball 1. Yuli coming in 8th in the American League in batting at .304, also 8th in the AL with those 102 runs batted in. A 30 home run, 40 double, 102 RBI season. Second oldest to ever reach those numbers. Big Papi in 2016, the only older player to ever get to a 300, 40 double, 30 home run season.
Huh.
And how about those splits? He's been raking righties all year.
Yeah, but those numbers you just rattled off, that's pretty impressive. Really puts things in context about how good he's been.
Now, Big Papi 2016 at age 40 put together a monster season for the Red Sox. And now Yuli, the second oldest to hit all 3 of those marks. He's currently at .304. And he's done it really since June 23rd. He's been on the most incredible run since
Literally, yeah.
in the last half season. This ball grounded towards short. Simmons, the sure-handed shortstop for the Angels, makes the play. But the Astros out in front, 1-0.
And George lighting the fuse early for the Astros. Ambush, crush, lead. Time now to take a look at our Chevy Stro poll. Go to @ATT Sportsnet SW and vote. What's your favorite Astros home game / moment from 2019? Apollo 11 night, Reddick game-saving catch, Jordan's upper deck home run, or the combined no-hitter? Make sure you go vote at ATT Sportsnet SW and stay tuned. We will let you know who wins that Chevy Stro poll.
We had a few choices to make on the home schedule. There are a lot of great moments. 21-run game a couple of Sundays ago.
Ooh.
That wasn't too shabby. Some walk-offs by the Astros. We'll show you all the highlights of the big moments at home this year during the course of today's broadcast as Cole Calhoun swings and misses at the first pitch from Verlander in the second inning. JV only needed 13 pitches to get through the first. Calhoun 5 doubles of his 7 hits against Verlander, but 7 for 47, a 149 career mark. As he grounds one to the right side, Altuve will come in and has to hustle, and Calhoun will be out at first base, but Brad Auspis may look at this one again. Altuve really had to move in on that ground ball and over to his right.
Cole Calhoun grounding into the shift. And that shift is brought to you by Geico, as you see the Astros shifting 49% of the time, which is second most in all of baseball. A great play by Altuve, having to charge in on that slow roller, playing so deep.
It was a good play, and the Angels will not review it as Calhoun was out by less than half a step. Here's Andrelton Simmons. Simmons takes one upstairs for ball 1. Half of Simmons' home runs this year have come against the Astros. 3 of his 6. Also has 8 runs batted in as he drills one deep to left field, but foul. Simmons out in front of that pitch. It's 1-1. Verlander facing the Angels for the 28th time in his career. Third time this year. He faced them every series last season. Made 6 starts against the Angels in 2018. He'll face them a 4th time before the season's over. As Simmons will ground one to third. Diaz has the play and makes it to first for the second out.
Grab your friends, lace up your shoes, and join the Astros Foundation, Houston Police Department, and USO Houston for the annual Badges and Bases H-Town Rundown presented by Chenier. The family-friendly 5K and 10K will take place next Saturday with proceeds benefiting the organizations. To register, visit astros.com/run.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Jared Walsh. Walsh, who has never faced Justin Verlander before, had a big year at the minor league level. AAA Salt Lake City, 36 home runs, good for 3rd in the PCL. Batted .325. 14 for 66 as a major leaguer after making his big league debut in the middle of May and recalled again here in September. Verlander gets him swinging at the slider, and he's ahead of Walsh, 0-2.
There's a lot of movement in Walsh's swing. It's going to make it tough to catch up to some of the stuff that Justin is coming at him with, and that's a nasty slider down and in.
Verlander already has eclipsed the 200 inning total. He's at 212 coming into today. Justin's done that 12 of the last 13 seasons. Just continues to get the ball every 5 days. 33, 34 starts a year. This ball hit hard into right center field, and that will be down for a hit all the way to the wall. Walsh heading to second. Springer is going to try and play it back in as Walsh is going for 3, and he's going to get there with a head-first slide. Jared Walsh with a triple here with 2 outs in the second inning.
Well, he got to that fastball up, getting it ready for the heater, and he got the heater. Usually that top portion of the zone is good for Verlander. Walsh up to the challenge and gets the barrel out on him.
First major league triple for Jared Walsh. Now Verlander will face Michael Hermosillo. Hermosillo takes a strike. Yankees out early today against Toronto, 6-0 after 3 at Yankee Stadium. That ball hit pretty well. Brantley going back will watch it off the side of the scoreboard. It bounced towards center. Springer will try and play it back in. Hermosillo going for 3. Back-to-back triples for the Angels. And they have tied this game at 1.
That ball was rocketed. Looked like it might have been a slider that flattened out over the middle of the zone, and Hermosillo got to it in a hurry. Chirino setting up down and away. Yeah, that was a cement mixer of a slider. We don't see those too many times from Justin Verlander. Hit it into that nook. It's a tough angle right there.
So all this coming with 2 outs. Triples by the 6 and 7 hitters Jared Walsh and Michael Hermosillo, 2 guys that had never faced Justin Verlander before. And here's Matt Thaiss, another guy batting for the first time against JV. So Hermosillo also hits his first career triple. So back-to-back batters hitting their first major league triples have tied this game. Citrino's checking on the home plate umpire Chad Fairchild after that foul ball.
Oh, right in that left shoulder.
It's a long season for those guys too. They get to the end of the year and they are hurting.
Yeah, nicks and bruises, carry those around for a while.
Angels have put up 4 runs each of the last 2 starts Verlander has faced them this year. Back on May 5th in Anaheim. Actually, that game was in Monterrey, Mexico. And then on July 5th here in Houston, they scored 4 in each of those starts. That one's right back to Verlander, who will make the easy toss to Gurriel to end the second inning. Angels tie it 1-1 heading to the bottom of the second. The Shiner Box Spotlight falls on Apollo 11 night here at Minute Maid Park, celebrating the 50th anniversary of man landing on the moon. We had Rick Armstrong in the booth with us for the 3rd inning of that game, and the Astros would score 11 runs in 1 inning on Apollo 11 night. It was uncanny.
It was unbelievable the way the numbers lined up, and then you had the Tres Cohibas coming out there and launching.
Happy
birthday.
Yeah, happy 3/4 of a century.
There's a lot of birthdays out there today. Carlos Correa.
Well, Carlos turning 1/4 of a century.
George had one on this homestand.
George had one during the off day as Aledmus Diaz sends one into right field for a base hit. Larry Dierker, who was honored before the game on his birthday, the anniversary of his major league debut at the age of 18 on his birthday. Here's Robinson Chirinos. We're going to hear from Dirk later on. Julian Morales will interview Larry Dierker, who was inducted into the Astros Media Hall of Fame today before the game. Astros now with 3 hits and a walk against Jose Rodriguez, who's up to 31 of his allotted 50 pitches. And he drops in a strike on Chirinos. Rodriguez had 10 consecutive shutout innings coming into this start. Making his first major league start. They've all been out of the bullpen. He went 3 scoreless against the Yankees on Tuesday on the road. He was greeted by a George Springer line drive home run to start this game. Head-to-head battle between a couple of guys from Venezuela. Jose Rodriguez from Bolivar, Venezuela. As Chirinos takes one upstairs for a ball. It's 2-1. Robbie having quite a year. 17 home runs, 21 doubles. Doing a great job with his pitching staff in his first year as an Astro. 17 home runs, 1 off his career high. 21 doubles, already a career high. Ground ball past Gary Pettis to the third base coach's box, or in that vicinity. Astros with their final day off for the regular season tomorrow, and they'll play 6 on the next road trip, 2 in Seattle and 4 against the Angels in Anaheim to wrap things up. Astros playing 7 of their last 9 games against the Angels.
And you know, going back to the Alex Bregman, Mike Trout conversation about MVPs and things like that, just seeing the numbers that Mike Trout has put up against Astros pitching, pale in comparison to what he's done to everybody else in the league. So it might have been an opportunity for the Astros pitching to help out Alex's cause by suppressing the great Mike Trout, having those 7 games played here in the final 9.
And that's something you brought up Friday. Now the roles are reversed, where the Angels pitching staff can help out their teammate.
Yep.
They shut down Alex Bregman here for 7 of the last 9 games.
Yeah, if he's going to go out there and get it, he's going to have to do it against Mike Trout's team.
So first strikeout for Rodriguez as he gets Robinson Chirinos. Here's Josh Reddick. Reddick hearing a lot of woos in Wooston today. Last 21 games for Josh, hitting .377. Really had a good finish to a season where things weren't so good in July and August. He's got things turned around here in September. Reddick a 1,058 OPS during those 21 games. That one's popped foul, giving it a look Theis, and he will have room in front of his own dugout and puts it away for out number 2.
StatCast AI, powered by AWS, is going to show you George Springer's leadoff home run to left field on a line. 105.9, 20-degree launch angle, and a 377-foot line drive into the Crawford boxes to get things going for the Astros. The only run on the board for Houston so far.
George just 2 off the lead for Alex Bregman in the home run category, 36 to Bregman's 38.
Leadoff man with 91 RBIs as he steps in.
Who's missed a lot of time. George playing in his 116th game of the season, has missed 40 so far this year. That ball hit well, but foul on the right field side and out of play. With Rodriguez approaching the mid-40s, we said he was on a 50 pitch count today. They have bullpen action going. Taylor Cole warming up in the Angels bullpen. Brady Anderson hit 12 leadoff home runs in 1996. Alfonso Soriano hit 12 in 2007 and 13, major league record in 2003. George joins a select group, one of 3. That ball to the backstop, and Diaz will get to second base.
I didn't see Orbit back there, so I'm assuming this one just got away from Rodriguez.
Almost gave Bemboom a chance to think about throwing from about 200 feet away.
Trying to set up Diaz?
Yeah. Yeah, so George won a 3 all-time with a dozen leadoff home runs, and he's got a chance to match the major league record in the final 6 games of the season.
Just makes sense that in this season of the home run that he eventually does it.
No player has ever hit more leadoff home runs in a 4-year span in Major League history than Springer has in these last 4 seasons. Springer drives one deep to left field, headed to the train tracks. The 4 train has just left Union Station. His 2nd home run of the game, and the Astros lead it 3-1.
Can you feel it? Feels good. George's slider hanging up out over the plate. He got a little bit quick on it, but still enough to keep it fair.
Here's Jose Altuve. George Springer, have yourself a start to this game. 2 home runs in the first 2 innings. Altuve will chop one towards third. Short hop by Theis nicely to make the play on Altuve to end the inning. But the Astros regain the lead thanks to the same guy.
2 innings, 2 big swings, 3 runs driven in. George carrying the Astros early on. It's George 3, Angels 1.
The Angels 3-1 thanks to George Springer celebrating his birthday week with a couple of home runs. We're happy to be joined by the team president, Reed Ryan. How you doing, Reed?
Todd, I'm doing great. Jeff, congratulations on another great year, and it's just been tremendous.
Congratulations to you. What a season it's been. It's hard to keep tacking on after 2017 and 18, but this year's team doing things that have never been done before.
Look, amazing. 100 wins 3 years in a row. We've got a great chance to break the all-time record this year. We're having milestones all over the place. JV's having a tremendous year, going for 20 tonight, so it's got the makings of another incredible run.
What has it meant to you to be here on this Fan Appreciation Day and see this many fans again on the final home game of the regular season? They've been coming out in droves.
Yeah, it's been a great year. We're pushing 3 million again this year. Obviously, this weekend, 40,000 plus every day. And Jeff, I think we're building a fan base that is really one of the best in baseball now. You go on the road, everywhere you guys go, Astro fans are coming out of the woodwork, and other teams are talking to us saying, hey, we're going to up our prices because there's a lot of fans out here.
I got to ask you, this is a very good sports city. Is it a baseball city?
It is a baseball city. What I've always said is the Astros are the oldest Major League franchise in the state. And really, when you think about the 2 premier teams, it's us and the Cowboys. You know, starting in the 60s, the Dome, and we've reawakened this fan base with what Jeff Luhnow's been able to do building this club over the last couple years.
Verlander facing Anthony Bemboom here to start the 3rd inning. Well, we've seen a couple of early fireworks from George Springer, and this is the season of home runs. Everybody setting their career high in home runs. And this crowd has had such a great energy this whole weekend, really the whole year, but just the excitement of the possibility of wrapping up a division title.
The clinch is in the air, and I think everybody's been feeling it in the ballpark the last couple nights. And you know what? It's working out like it should. Hopefully we take care of business and we win it on our own today. You know, with the home runs, I think to see so many guys over 30 now, and knowing that we have a couple that's, you know, have a chance to join that club, it's been an incredible year. I think the most home runs since 2000 by a Houston Astros club at home.
Do you and your dad talk about the home runs?
You know, I get that question a lot, Blummer, as I go. And I'd ask you guys, what do you think the difference is this year? Is it the balls?
Yes.
And tell me how you think it's the balls, because I'm curious about that.
Well, I've just been doing the reading and talking to some of the guys in that clubhouse for the Astros, mostly the pitchers, obviously. I don't think the hitters mind it too much. But the grips on the baseball, hearing who split-finger guys are having issues throwing the split because it's slipping out of their hand. They don't have that grip or that tack. Watching how many times a guy like Verlander and Cole throw baseballs out because they want to create so much spin.
Yeah.
The seams being a little bit shorter. So things like that kind of go into it. And then again, like you're saying, seeing guys just put up record number home run balls tell me there's a little less resistance.
Yeah, it's interesting because I sit on one of the committees at MLB where we look at this stuff, and the balls are made by hand in Costa Rica at the same place by the same people they've always been made by. And so the pill, which is the rubber part, is centered more today than ever. You know, the material could have changed inside, but it's still basically a 4-part ball. It's a rubber pill, it's yarn, it's leather, and it's sewn by hand. And so I think the fact we throw out so many balls and every ball is new and you're not using balls, all the analytics, guys are swinging up, guys are throwing harder, parks are smaller, and people don't care about the strikeout anymore. I mean, you strike out 200 times a year, a lot of folks don't care anymore. So I think it's kind of everything, but I'm with you. I believe it is a slicker ball today.
Little check swing in front of the plate. Chirinos on it in a hurry after Anthony Bemboom with a hit. Fletcher retired for the first out. Then you look at all the home runs hit at the AAA level using a major league ball for the first time, and that seems to be a big jump from last year too.
Yeah, the minor league balls have been made in China, and this year they used the balls made in Costa Rica by Rawlings. And so it's definitely a better ball. I don't think there's any doubt it's better materials. But, yeah, that's added to the fascination with is the ball juiced. But either way, I think fans are having a great time. They love the home run. One true outcome is still very popular in this game with strikeouts, walks, and home runs. And so you go into the postseason and you like our ability to strike guys out and you like our ability to hit home runs. And as I say that, JV doesn't have a strikeout yet.
How about that?
Crazy.
Yeah, a chance for two guys to be in the same rotation with 300 strikeouts in a season. It's only happened once before. Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling. We meant to ask your dad this last time he was in the booth, and we felt like, oh, we forgot about our opportunity. So we'll ask you, who watched your dad growing up, do you look at Justin Verlander or Garrett Cole and think that either one of their styles most resembles what Nolan did, or is there a hybrid somewhere in there?
You know, it's funny you say that because I actually was thinking about that this morning. My dad's demeanor on the mound is JV. That's how he was. Sulking, stalking, not smiling. But I think his stuff was more like Cole's. And so I think it's a little bit in between. But I love watching these two guys throw. It's just an honor. And for our fans that are here, it's such a treat to see two elite guys at this level. And I told Garrett the other day, 300 is so rare. It is just so rare. And, you know, I think my dad only did it 6 times in his career, 5 or 6 times. And so the fact that we've got to witness JV do it, and it's the 4th time this club has had somebody strike out 300. I hope JV gets there because it would be a very, very special year.
No, I think it's a big number. And we talked about the swing and miss being one of those true outcomes that is there for these guys to go out and get. But even so, you don't see many guys take it to the next level like Verlander and Cole have. So I still think there's an appreciation for that 300 threshold in a season.
Well, just sitting back kind of from afar, and I'm not with the team every day, but seeing when, you know, Jeff's been able to bring these 3 All-Stars in Cy Young Award winners and Greinke in there, these guys push each other, and with the analytics and Brent Strom, it's been fun to see each one of these guys take it to the next level. And we've seen pitchers that, you know, maybe some were journeymen or guys that were DFA that we've grabbed and our crew has been able to improve. But really seeing these elite pitchers take it to the next level, I think has been probably the most enjoyable part of this year for me. And I'm glad we got JV for several more years here.
That guy's not a bad number 3 option. Zach Greinke looking on with a 3-2 count on Brian Goodwin here with 1 out and a runner on second base. Reed Ryan, team president, joining us in the booth. The Astros, we've already mentioned, precedent-setting 3 straight 100-win seasons. Has only happened 5 times prior in Major League Baseball history. Now a chance to win a 3rd straight division title. And it's something that shouldn't be taken for granted. It is not easy to back up a World Series title with 103 wins and then come out the following year and maybe eclipse that.
So I've been around the club since 1980, the first year that we won the NL West. And it's hard to do, and I've seen every one of these teams since then. And sitting around with Bagwell and Biggio the last couple days here at the ballpark and talking about how good this club is, it's scary. And I think our fans appreciate it because you see the gear on the street. Everywhere I go, people always have questions about the team, and this is a baseball town.
They travel. We see a lot of orange. TK and I have the best seats in the house in every ballpark we go to, and there's always a lot of orange behind that Astros road dugout.
Well, that's what I asked. What's your favorite memory from the road this year and at home? We've had some incredible ones from JV's no-hitter to, you know, the no-hitter here. Kind of give me some of your guys on this fan appreciation weekend, what you guys enjoyed as fans.
I appreciate the guy that started his big league career on June 9th.
Yeah, me too. That's the first thing I thought about too.
Hitting balls up in, you know, off the scoreboard and batting practice and up in the upper tank here.
We know his home run last night. There you go.
First strikeout of the day for Verlander as he gets Goodwin finally after a good battle.
He's in the 2900s, 2990. There you go.
Yep.
You know, seeing that opposite field home run yesterday that he hit, I saw Jordan playing Round Rock a couple times early in the season, and he had a lot of home runs to the opposite field. I really thought he was going to wear out the Crawford box, but it's been all fields. The one he hit the center the other night that, you know, hit the back of the elevator shaft. Right. I mean, that's as impressive as the one he hit in the upper deck. And just thinking this, you know, this month he's gone upper deck, furthest ever, center field, and then opposite field. And not only did that get inside the pole, it hit the St. Arnold's bar. Look how far that ball went back there.
Yeah, you kind of lose track that it actually got back in there.
Yeah.
388 feet going to the opposite field. That was a mistake. Baggy called it a shank. That was a mistake going the other way, and he still hit it almost 390 feet.
So it's impressive. And congrats to you guys with Baggy. It's been great to see him expand to once a month this year, and I'm really proud of Jeff. He had a jacket on last night. I said, you're a professional broadcaster now, my man.
He and Blummer have a great time on the air. Reed, we thank you for joining us here on the final home game of the season.
Thank you, guys. You did a great job this year. Thank you to all the fans. We appreciate everything you guys have done for us, and you guys finish out strong on the road.
We will.
See you back at home.
Reed Ryan joining us as the Astros lead 3-1.
Moment is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Several Astros made their major league debuts this year, a few of them at home, very special, including Corbin Martin, who had a Memorial Mother's Day. That was such a big day for him. He got his first win. And then Super Jack Mayfield, the undrafted signee, made it to the show, got his first hit and RBI in his debut. And then Garrett Stubbs, the catcher, doubled off lefty John Lester in his first at bat. He also drove in a run in his first game to help the Astros beat the Cubs that day. An unforgettable day for all of them in their debuts. Very special to them and their families, who we got a chance to know a little bit in those debuts, guys.
Yeah, Julie, I got to think for you too. Not only did you get a chance to interview a lot of those family members, but when you have celebrations now 3 years in a row and 4 out of 5, it's those guys that you're probably looking forward to talking to, because they've got to be as excited as anybody, having not gone through it before.
And I can't wait. You're exactly right. I love the guys who are doing it for the first time. And it's not always the rookies. You know, if you look up and down the roster, who hasn't had an opportunity to do it too many times in their career? They're great interviews. But those rookies, you know, they just did it recently with the minor league ball clubs. I hope they're not all partied out.
No, they'll be good today. As we start the bottom half of the third inning with Michael Brantley leading off. He walked his first time up.
You know, you work on so many things in the minor leagues as you come up. Why not work on the champagne skills?
Yeah. You know what? A strong celebration watching the highlights was Atlanta.
Did they?
The Braves got after it. Yankees was good, but, you know, they were kind of had that been there, done that feel.
Young ball club, some salties in there.
Woo.
Probably showing them the way.
They got after it. And by the Yankees saying been there, done that, been in the postseason, it had been a little while since they won the AL East.
Yep.
2012. Which was surprising to me at the time. You always think of the Yankees not going 7 years in between division titles, but that was the case this year. The Astros try and wrap up their third in a row in the American League West. Not a lot of AL West teams have won 3 in a row. In fact, the last one to do so was the team they're playing today, the Los Angeles Angels. 10 years ago, won 3 in a row from 07 to 09. New pitcher for the Angels, Jose Suarez, picks up a strikeout of Brantley, who didn't agree with that call by Chad Fairchild on the first out of the inning.
It's not a good strike zone for Michael Brantley to work with.
Here's Alex Bregman. Astros has seen Suarez before. He pitched against them here at Minute Maid Park on July the 7th and also faced them here on August the 23rd. That one hits Alex. That'll help the on-base percentage as he goes down to first base, being hit by that pitch. 1 out base runner. The Astros Foundation invites you to join the Volunteer Corps and give back to the Houston community through various volunteer opportunities, including game day activities at Minute Maid Park, craft parties, at local hospitals, and much more. For more information and to sign up, visit astros.com/volunteer. Here is Yordan Alvarez, the guy that Baggy and Blummer have dubbed must-see TV. Yordan singling into right center field his first time up. And big swing down to the count, 0-1. Big league debut, June 9th.
That was a changeup too, down and away, and he put it up by the home run pump where he plans on putting up some numbers and trying to push that pump number over 2,000. Standing around 1950 plus, but man, announced his presence with authority, didn't he?
Oh my goodness. And he hasn't stopped. It's not like he's had a couple stretches where maybe he hasn't had a hit in a couple of games, but he's really been, he doesn't go like a week without doing something that raises your eyebrows.
Again, if your mistakes are going 390 feet, you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, he's not hitting any wall scrapers, is he? They are no doubters when he hits them.
Yeah, there's a better chance of him hitting it through the wall than scraping that wall.
Suarez misses inside for a ball. It's 2-1. In those 2 outings against the Astros, 8 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, struck out 7. Today coming in after the opener, if you will, Jose Rodriguez went 2 innings and fared well against everybody but George Springer. Springer hitting 2 home runs, accounting for all 3 runs. Counts 3-1 on Yordan.
Well, this could be fun.
Numbers have been good against lefties this year. Yordan has a 1,070 OPS against left-hand pitching. Not far off his season mark of 1,085 coming in. Hits the ball into left center field. All the way back goes Hermosillo. Goodwin's also back there. It's off the side of the wall. Alvarez into second base with a stand-up double. That ball got into that little nook and cranny of the side wall. The Crawford box is there for a double by Yordan.
Go all season long here at Minute Maid Park, and here on the last regular season home game, we see 2 baseballs hit off that corner just to the right of the Crawford boxes. And Yordan, if he could have twisted that a little bit more, might have had that ball get out, because that hit up near the yellow line on the railing.
Just when we said he hasn't hit a wall scraper, he almost hit a wall scraper.
Yeah, technically it was, wasn't it?
I mean, that was right up against the top portion of that railing on the edge of the Crawford boxes. Good job by the fans not interfering with that ball.
You want to call any other shots?
Here's Yuli Gurriel. Infield back. I'd like to see Yuli get his 103rd RBI here. How about that?
It's a good call.
Or maybe 104. This ball is going to be foul. That would have been his 103rd RBI if it stayed fair. Bregman would have scored his 117th run. Instead, it's a foul ball. Astros trying to add to this 3-1 lead for Justin Verlander, who's gone through 3 innings and struck out 1 so far today. JV's allowed 3 hits and a walk in 3 innings of work. That one's down and in, 1-1. actually with 25 of his 30 home runs on the season in his last 67 games. On June 23rd, coming into that game, he had 5 home runs on the year. Ball looped into right field. Long run for Calhoun. He'll get there. Bregman can't score on that short fly ball to right. Calhoun puts it away for the second out. So it'll be up to Aledmys Diaz, who singled his first time up. Diaz making his 47th start of the year for the Astros. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Bregman on third. He was hit by a pitch. Jordan on second. He's 2 for 2. He doubled in his last at bat. Diaz fouls one away. A lot of changeups from Suarez, especially facing right-handed hitters. Throws that pitch about 34-35% of the time to righties. Another ball in the air to right field. Calhoun, who made the play on Gurriel, puts this one away. And the Astros strand 2 in the inning, still leading at 3-1.
Welcome you back. It was a special pregame ceremony for Larry Dierker, who was inducted into the Houston Baseball Media Wall of Honor. Also happens to be the anniversary of his Major League debut for the Colt 45s, and it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Larry.
Oh, thank you, Julia.
Yeah, what a year, though. Astros Hall of Famer as well. We saw you inducted into that earlier. How do you describe this season for you?
The media award meant a lot to me because I think the writing, the columns, and the books and the podcasts and stuff, it kind of put me beyond just the guy that sits in the booth that analyzes the game. And there are a lot of guys that do that really well. But I worked at it a little bit, and so I'm happy about it. I'm also happy with what the Astros are doing now, what could happen today, 20 wins, clinch, on my anniversary and everything comes together.
Does it start bringing back memories for you with the excitement that these guys are feeling?
No. No, it does. It brings back memories from when I managed, but when I played, we were never close to this. We didn't have this kind of teams, but yeah, a lot, especially the '98 season when we went over 100 games, and Bagwell, Biggio, and Alou were so good, and the starting pitching, and Billy Wagner, probably the best closer we ever had. Yeah, that was an easy team to manage.
Back to back to back. They're trying to do it once again, and watching Justin Verlander pitch today, Garrett Cole's been so amazing as well. We love talking pitching with you. These guys are up against each other for the Cy Young Award. How impressive have they been for you?
Extremely impressive, because they're overpowering everybody, which is the easiest way to pitch if you have that stuff, but most people don't have that stuff. And so yeah, they have two people like that on the same team. It was kind of like when the Diamondbacks had Schilling and Randy Johnson. If you have to face them, you're going, you hope to win 1 out of 2, but you usually don't.
We appreciate the time. Again, happy birthday. I know those people wanted to say happy birthday behind me as well.
It's been a good day.
Awesome. Back to you guys.
All right, Julia, happy birthday from us as well to Dirk. Congrats on joining the Media Wall of Honor to go along with the Astros Hall of Fame. What a year.
Yeah, Larry Dierker's one of the best. Did it on the field, did it as a manager, now just racking up all kinds of Hall of Fame honors.
Yeah, when you think about it, I mean, his whole life has spanned pretty much the exact timeline for the Houston Astros franchise.
That's a great point.
In so many different roles. He is.
And he's succeeded in every one of them.
Yes. And we're happy to see Larry here celebrating his birthday with us as Simmons sends one down the line fair. That'll head towards the corner after a leadoff single by Calhoun. Calhoun's being waved around by, nope, now he'll be held up. Gallego initially was going to wave him in, but Calhoun thought better of it. It'll be second and third with nobody out.
Back-to-back hits to start this, missing his spot, and Simmons able to turn on it and keep it fair as it gets into that left field corner. And Calhoun had that entire play right in front of him, opting to hold his ground. But you've got a couple of youngsters coming up who, in their first at-bats against Justin Verlander, have hit the ball pretty well. Walsh and Hermosillo both with triples in their first at-bats against Justin Verlander.
Calhoun and Gallego talking about that play because Gallego was originally waving him, and Calhoun, as Blummer said, had the play in front of him and kind of eased into the bag with nobody out. Probably don't want to take a chance at having a runner thrown out. Here's Jared Walsh. First big league triple his last time up, as Blummer mentioned. Also scored the only run of the game for the Angels, and he rips one foul. Not a lot of swings and misses today for JV. Just one strikeout in this game, and that was after a long battle with Brian Goodwin.
Well, 53 pitches into this game, only 7 swinging strikes. It's uncharacteristic, but again, credit to the Angels, a team that doesn't strike out a lot. And they've done well against Justin this season. In 2 starts, he has a 5.40 ERA coming into this game against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And if you split those 10 starts as an Astro against the Angels up previous 5, incredible, almost perfect with a .49 ERA. But the last 5 starts, it jumps to a 2-2 record and a 4.11 ERA.
Ball hit hard. That will score a run into the shift. Bregman makes the play. Calhoun will cross the plate. RBI ground out for Walsh. Simmons will move over to third. So it's now a 3-2 game as the Angels score their second run of the day.
Two runners on. A.J. Hinch plays the defense back. 1 runner on. He'll bring the defense in, play shallow, and try and cut that runner off at home.
Michael Hermosillo will bat with a runner on third and 1 out. Of the 10 outs today for Verlander, 8 have been ground ball outs. The first batter of the game, Fletcher, flied out to center field, and 1 strikeout. Verlander working with his second lead of the day. The Angels tie the game up in the second inning, and adding another run here in the fourth. Five hits for the Angels in this game matched the most Verlanders allowed in any start this month. And the most hits for any team against Verlander since the Orioles put up 9 hits against him in the start on August 11th in Baltimore. Coming in with the best batting average against, 169 in all of baseball. And just a couple of points off the best ever when Pedro Martinez held opponents to a 167 average in 2000. Called third strike. Hermosillo thought that ball was up or out as he took the 2-2 pitch, and Verlander picks up his second strikeout.
Yeah, I think Hermosillo's got an argument here. Ball coming back, but off the outside corner.
That was a big call for JV. Now a runner on third base and 2 outs. Matt Dice will be the batter. Dice bounced back to the pitcher his last time up. That one got Chirinos.
League leaders are presented by Houston Methodist. Single season whip leaders. Pedro Martinez with a .74. Walter Johnson. Justin Verlander, man, the year that Addy Joss had was impressive at .81, tied with Greg Maddux.
That is the elite in hits and walks divided by innings pitched.
Yeah, and for obvious reasons, you can see why Joss isn't wearing a hat in his picture. That impressive flow. Solid lettuce. Nice mop.
We got time.
Killer quaff.
Torino's still coming back behind home plate.
I think I may have hit the wall.
you're good. On to the next.
Yeah. Back to the game.
Nice with an 0-1 count.
But some pretty crazy numbers. Those are walks and hits per inning pitched.
One's down. It's 1-1. It has not been all smooth sailing today for Verlander. He's had to work to pick up some outs against this Angels team. It's 5 for 16 against them so far today. JV at 62 pitches right now in the 4th inning. And a ground ball, just foul. 1-2 the count. Well, Verlander had a few things on the line today. 20 wins, obviously, and a division title would be the big one for the team and for himself. His second 20-win season of his career. The 11 strikeouts needed to 3,000 at this point looks less likely with only 2 so far in 3 2/3 innings. But 7 strikeouts will get him to match his career high, which he set last year at 290. He's got a 1-2 count on Dice. Of 64 pitches today have been either sliders or curveball. Goes with the fastball. Check swing, and the count's 3-2.
Borderline on that outside corner. Did he go on our mattress from Supermo? Maybe.
Yeah, I think he
could have gone either way, yeah.
Verlander got a call on Hermosillo, the previous batter, on a 2-2 pitch. Doesn't get that call. Swing and a miss. Verlander strikes out Dice, strands a runner on third, and leaves with a 3-2 lead after 3.5. third strikeout of the day.
Went to Old Faithful, the heater at 97 miles an hour to keep it where it's at.
Astros baseball on AT&T Sportsnet is presented by Rooms to Go, where you get great furniture prices and delivery is fast and easy. And by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Bottom half of the fourth inning, Astros leading this game 3-2. It'll be the number 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Astros, facing the left-hander Jose Suarez. Astros trying to get that magic number down to 0. Sat at 1 all day yesterday with the Astros losing to the Angels 8-4. The Oakland A's are putting a hurting once again on the Texas Rangers. The A's have won 10 of their last 11 games. As Chirinos takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Robinson Chirinos struck out his first time up. Foul back, it's 1-2. Astros have all their offense from the leadoff hitter, George Springer. A couple of home runs today. Springer up to 37 home runs on the year. He's now one shy of Alex Bregman for the team lead. George will bat third in this inning.
That's a lot of pressure on these guys to get on because George hit a solo home run, a 2-run home run. He's going to need 2 guys on to hit that 3-run home run in his third at bat.
George now up to 93 runs batted in. He's got a shot to still get to 100 with a big final week.
Yeah, 2017, Marwin Gonzalez led the way with 90 RBIs, and we talked about how the RBIs were spread throughout that ball club. Even more impressive this year with a couple of guys at 90 plus, 100 plus.
2 guys already over 100, and George threatening. Watch the Astros on the go all season long. Download the AT&T Sportsnet app from iTunes or Google Play, or go to attsportsnet.com to stream from your computer. Log in with your cable account and you're all set. Available to cable accounts with AT&T Sportsnet in their subscription, subject to blackouts and territorial restrictions. Here's Josh Reddick. He popped up his first time up as he fouls one back from Suarez. Reddick's had a better year this year facing lefties than righties. That's the second straight year that's happened with him. It's coming into this game, Reddick was batting .324 against lefties, and he's a .272 overall. The irony there is that when Josh came over to the Astros in 2017, the question was, could he hit lefties? It was such a big discrepancy the other way.
Yeah, we were kind of thinking, would it turn into a platoon situation? But to A.J. Hinch's credit, he put him out there and let him earn his way into those starts against lefties, and it's paid off because he's definitely made the adjustment and put up great numbers against them. But this season, for me, it's the ability to go the other way for him, which has made him good, not only on the season, but against left-handed pitching.
Flips the bat after that strikeout and pounds the cleats on his way back to the dugout. Second strikeout for Suarez, and there's 2 away in the fourth, and a big hand for Springer. George has faced Suarez 4 times in his career. He's 2 for 4 with a couple of singles and a walk. George hit the first pitch he saw in the first inning for a home run, and then a 3-2 pitch in the second inning off the facade of the train tracks. Springer's previous career high 34 home runs 2017. He's up to 37 now, and he's got a 3-0 count. Suarez must have been watching from the bullpen. He does not want any piece of Springer here. That ball's drilled. Give him 3. George Springer, a line drive home run. He has been all the offense today, and the Astros lead it 4-2. Springer with 3 home runs. We're only in the 4th.
One-man wrecking crew carrying this team offensively, hopefully to the American League West title.
Springer's first ever 3 home run game. He has hit a first pitch, a 3-2 pitch, and now a 3-0 pitch. And he's tied with Alex Bregman now with 38 home runs. The Alvarez-Springer celebration has been fun to watch.
Only 2 guys to have 3 home run games this season for the Astros, Alvarez and Springer.
George having quite a birthday week. As Alex Bregman going, eesh. You are locked in today, buddy. That's outside for a ball, 2-0. Alex does the little sign there after he hits home runs saying, hey, maybe it would have been
should have walked me.
Maybe 3-0 pitch to Springer after hitting 2 home runs.
Yeah,
maybe
he might have earned it.
Maybe not a challenge there.
Gosh.
What a day by Springer, who turned 30 years old earlier this week. George celebrated his birthday on Thursday. Now Altuve hits one high in the air. This one way up there, and the left fielder Hermosillo comes in and puts it away for the final out of the inning. But it's now 4-2.
Yeah, welcome to George Springer Day. 3 home runs for the first time in his career in one game. He is 3 for 3. Another line drive to left, handing out souvenirs to the Crawford boxes and trying to will his way into that American League West division title.
Join us Friday, October 11th for a day of golf and music. Get your tickets to the Houston Open and stay for an evening concert featuring Clay Walker. The concert begins at 7:15 p.m. or when the last putt is made. Proceeds benefit the Astros Foundation. To purchase your tickets, visit HoustonOpenGolf.com/tickets. TK?
All right, Julie, on we go to the 5th inning. Astros, or should I say George Springer 4, the Angels 2.
Just go ahead and call him King George the third.
Ooh, well played.
Wow.
Look at you coming strong, game 81 at home. I like that.
Yeah, I think I'm finally loose.
Swing and a miss. Anthony Bemboom with a count of 1-1. I think George is loose. He got a big hand on his way out to center field, and rightfully so. Whatever George had for breakfast today, might have a day game here to start this playoff series a week from Friday. So just keep that in mind, George, and replicate whatever you did coming into this game.
Yeah, note to self, get on the same meal program and wear George's pants. And you'll be good.
Did we ever find out?
I don't know.
All right. Julia's still investigating.
If everything goes right, we can find out after the game.
Yes. So here's the plan, gang. 1-2 pitch. If the Astros do wrap this thing up today, we're going to have a little post-game festivities for you with Lummer and Julia Morales heading down into the Astros clubhouse. Astros trying to become the 5th team ever to win an AL West 3 consecutive years or more. And the first since the Angels did it 10 years ago. It'll be the 2nd time in franchise history. 3 straight division titles. And for the other time, you have to go back 20 years. We had Jeff Bagwell on with us last night talking about those seasons, 97, 98, and 99. Full count on Anthony Bemboom. Verlander has 3 strikeouts, including getting the last 2 to end the 4th. Make it 3 in a row. Verlander all of a sudden picking up some strikeouts. 3 straight 4 in the game after striking out 1 of the first 15 batters in this one.
Now you hope JV gets in a little bit of a rhythm, but that's a paint job at 96 on the outside corner to get that strikeout. maybe feed off some of that energy that George is infused into these guys.
Top of the order, David Fletcher, who hardly ever swings at the first pitch, but he did the first time up and fly it out to center field. Fletcher swings at 8%, 8.1 to be exact, percent of first pitches, which is the lowest in baseball. He's a guy that's very hard to strike out. As he sends one into left field, Brantley on the move. Michael Brantley, a diving catch, and Verlander shows his appreciation.
It's been a little bit of a struggle recently for Michael Brantley at the plate, but that doesn't mean he's not going to go out there and try and play the best left field he can. And right there, extending himself to make the great play to pick up the veteran pitcher, Justin Verlander. These guys see it and they want it. Great play.
Outstanding defensive work by the Astros left fielder for out number 2. Here's Brian Goodwin. Funny you said that with Brantley, because that's his argument to A.J. Hinch about why he doesn't like to DH. He said there's 2 ways to help a team when you get to play defense.
It's a great mentality. But his offense is so good year in, year out that it kind of overshadows that he's able to go out and make plays like that in left field.
First one to come over there all the way from center. Springer made a sprint to congratulate his buddy after that catch.
Well, if he doesn't, he's going to hear about it on the ride home.
Thank goodness they had a flat tire this year.
Ain't that the truth?
1-2 now. JV ahead of Brian Goodwin, who was his first strikeout victim in the 3rd.
I mean, that is just pure enthusiasm and joy. And George, gosh, he gives off just that presence that he is just having the time of his life out there.
Yeah, you hit 3 home runs, and then your buddy makes a play in left field, and you sprint over to make sure he knows how much you appreciate him. Goodwin on the ground foul, has walked and struck out tonight or this afternoon. Verlander about to make his 80th pitch of the day. So if he gets through this inning right around 80, he'll be averaging 16 pitches per inning. Goodwin acquired from the Royals at the end of spring training, right at the beginning of this season, March the 27th. Minute Maid Park crowd looking for another strikeout here for Verlander. Instead, it's a punch shot. Altuve on one hop will have to hurry, and Goodwin beats it. A couple of hits into the shift for the Angels today with those little line drives that have found space. Ben Boom had one earlier, and now Goodwin.
Defensive rankings are driven by GMC. How about the defensive play of the year? Josh Reddick robbing Hunter Pence of a home run. Turned into a double play because Shin-Soo Choo lost his mind in watching Josh Reddick make a miraculous catch late in that ball game, picking up Roberto Osuna. These guys have really recognized the moments here at Minute Maid Park and stepped up and made the big plays when needed.
Now Albert Pujols bats. Pujols is grounded into a double play and also grounded out. These guys matching up. for the 56th time in their career as Verlander checks Goodwin on first. I mentioned Pujols, the all-time leader in home runs and RBIs against the Astros. He has not slowed up this year. 304 and 11 RBIs against Houston in 2019. Up a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-2.
Showed good snap on this curveball. 81.
Angels scored their run in the second inning on a couple of two-out triples by the rookies Jared Walsh and Michael Hermosillo, facing Verlander for the first time. They started off the fourth inning with a single and a double, scored on an RBI ground out by Walsh. Now Verlander trying to get through the fifth inning with a 4-2 lead. Upstairs 3-2, so now with two outs, Goodwin will get a running start off first.
He's pitched in some deep counts today too.
That pitch count's going to be tough to see him get much further than the sixth in this game, as that one's low for a ball. A couple of runners now with two outs. Pujols draws a walk after getting down in the count.
Just hasn't had that put away velocity or that put away break on some of the sliders and curveballs and fastballs that we're accustomed to seeing, turning into a little bit more of a grind. But it has been a grind for him against the Angels in his last 5 starts and in 2019. Chirino's trying to cheer him on to get through this.
Nothing's easy.
Yeah, baseball's hard, even for the best.
Verlander took the mound today. He had a lot on the line, including his 20th win of the year. 3,000 strikeouts. Will probably have to wait for his final start of the year. He's sitting with 4 right now. And pitch count in the mid-80s. Calhoun's a guy coming into this game that had really struggled against Verlander. He had struck out in more than half of his at-bats against JV, but today he's been retired on a nice play by Altuve and then singled in the right field. Verlander was limited in his last start. It was kind of a plan that he and A.J. Hinch had discussed before his start. A.J. saying, one of these last few starts, I'm going to give you a reduced workload. It happened to be in that start against Texas, where he went 6 innings and threw 87 pitches. Left with a 1-0 lead, but the Astros would tack on 2 more to make it 3-0, and Verlander would get a win in that 4-1 final. Now he's ahead of the count on Calhoun, 0-2. 24th pitch of the inning about to be made by Verlander. Up to 96 there on a fastball up and in. It's 1-2.
See the look on Cole Calhoun's face as that fastball got up and in. JV's version of the bow tie, maybe.
13 pitches the first inning, and it's escalated from there. 16 in the second, 18 in the third, 19 in the fourth. Now we're up to 25 so far in this inning. Swing and a miss. Verlander strikes out Calhoun. Leaves 2 runners on. Halfway home, Astros leading 4-2. Fifth strikeout of the day for Verlander.
More is presented by HEB. George Springer, Michael Brantley, good friends. They carpool sometimes to the ballpark together. On this day in May, experienced a flat tire. Fortunately, they got a change. They made it to the ballpark a little later than usual, but thank goodness they did. Springer led that game off with a home run. And then Michael Brantley didn't just homer, he homered twice that day. They even created a new home run celebration that they have continued to do throughout the season. You saw him spinning that tire before changing it. The Astros would go on, there it is, would go on to win that night 9-0. And the story continued. George actually had a flat for a rehab game in Corpus Christi. He homered that night too for the Hooks. I'm starting to wonder what the commute was like today for these guys.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Surely we'll get to the bottom of that story. There's a little meeting between the umpires here before Michael Brantley bats in the bottom of the 5th inning. Miguel Del Pozo is the new pitcher, and is his glove illegal?
Yeah, it's white.
Okay.
Come on.
Little equipment infraction, as Del Pozo's glove apparently is too close to the color of the baseball. Kerwin Danley, the crew chief, was on it, and Brad Ausmus is saying, he's used that glove before. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has either. Haven't been paying too close attention to the Del Pozo outings, but Major League Baseball's been a lot more lenient with the gloves that pitchers go out there with, whether they be multicolored, but it's an aggressive move to get one the same color as a baseball. Imagine if Warren Spahn, I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with that delivery, if Warren Spahn had gone out there and pitched with a white glove.
Ooh.
That would have been tough. Because his delivery, the glove kind of was in front of the delivery of Warren Spahn as he came forward.
It looks like a pretty fresh glove.
Yeah.
So maybe
it's going to be tough to hide your pine tar on that glove. I mean, never mind.
Well, now Del Pozo has just a random left-hander's glove.
Can't be random. Somebody had to make a run to the locker room, right?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it's Miguel Del Pozo special. Maybe he's got a shag glove. Maybe that's a shag glove.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was Suarez's. Just came out of the game.
Seems to be okay with the whole matter. New pitcher is the aforementioned Miguel Del Pozo.
Yeah, other than the glove, he's pitched in 8 1/3 innings. His whip is at 1.44, 7 walks in 8 1/3. Might be a little bit concerning. Throws pretty hard, averaging close to 95 miles an hour on his fastball.
He's another one that has that high octane fastball, but throws a lot of breaking balls. Lowest in zone percentage, as the white glove will have to wait for another day, if at all.
I was going to say, you may want to put that one on the shelf.
Brantley into left field. That's what Blummer was talking about earlier when Michael Brantley's searching for a hit. He often is able to use the other side of the field for his base hit as he leads off the fifth with a single.
High pants. But yeah, that's what professional hitters like Michael Brantley are able to do. They can recognize what's going on with the swing or maybe the approach. And one of the things that it seems like Michael Brantley does when he is not going as well as he wants is he tries to go to the opposite field, and got a good pitch up and away to do that on from the left-hander Del Pozo, and here he is walking a base hit in this ball game.
Julie was mentioning their connection earlier with the flat tire, and he gave a little driving sign there to his buddy George after that base hit. Here's Alex Bregman. Bregman sends one high and deep to left field. Forget about it. Jesslyn Springer hit 3 home runs to tie him for the team lead. Alex Bregman takes it back with his 39th of the year, and the Astros lead it 6-2.
That chant's going to start here pretty quick, doesn't it? We don't see him ambush too often, but when he does pick his spots, it's usually at the right time. And that was the right time. One breaks it away from 40. Get a lot of questions about this sign that he gives at the end of the dugout all year long. Should have walked him. That's what he's saying. He has been relentless.
I love how he and George had that little conversation on the way through the line, because George put up 3 to tie him, and right after his 3rd to tie him, Alex retakes the lead. It's going to be a fun battle to watch, just like Cole Verlander down the stretch.
Did you see what Alex Cintron went up to him, got in his face, and put one finger up? You're one away. One more. Or George may have said, hey, you're a 1/3 of the way to my number today.
Well, Jordan, who's normally the tough act to follow, now has a tough act to follow. He's watched one of his teammates hit 3, and the other one hit his 39th of the year. Jordan already has a single and a double today. Astros with 4 home runs, accounting for all 6 of their runs. Got to be the glove. That ball smoked to left center field. Goodwin all the way back, and that is off the wall. Hit so hard that Alvarez has to hustle into second base. He will get there with a double. 3 for 3 day for the rookie sensation.
Back to Alex Bregman's home run. 94 out over the plate, gets those arms extended, pulls it, launches it. 100.2 miles an hour off the bat, estimated 387. What's great about that is he's a veteran compared to Jordan. Jordan's got to work on the location of some of his drives. That last hit for Jordan only went 389 feet for a double.
Jordan smoked that ball so hard to center, he just barely was able to get into second base. Brad Ausmus going out and getting Miguel Del Pozo. 3 batters in, he is out of the game. Single home run and a double. We'll have a new pitcher when we come back. Astros leading the Angels 6-2. Jordan Alvarez having quite a day.
3 hits, getting the average up to 323. And you're right, Todd, when you said he hit this ball hard, he hit it 109.8 miles an hour off the bat, trying to knock it through that left field wall. That is now 25 doubles on the season for Jordan Alvarez, 27 home runs. So 50+ extra base hits. Is he this game 80 for him or 81?
This is game 82.
82? My bad. Way off.
That's an incredible number.
Yeah.
He does incredible things. amazed to watch him day in and day out. Here's Justin Anderson, new pitcher.
50 appearances on the season, a 5.56 ERA for Justin.
On the right side, going to be trouble. Yuli trying to beat the pitcher to the bag. Safe. Yuli Gurriel, his first hit of the day. Astros have runners on the corners now with nobody out.
It's amazing. We showed you the hot cold zones yesterday, how he's up out of the zone to get some of these hits. I mean, there's plate coverage and then there's expanding and still getting hits, using the speed to beat the pitcher to the bag to get that base hit. Still nobody out in this inning.
And Miguel Del Pozo out after 3 batters. Justin Anderson allowing an infield hit, and now the third member of that Cuban trio after the Alvarez double and Gurriel single is Aledmys Diaz. Diaz first pitch swinging, fouls one away. Astros scoring in 4 of the 5 innings today. Only inning they didn't score, they had second and third and 1 out. Couldn't get the run home. That got Plummer going, that little dive back to the bag.
You call it a dive? I think he fell over. Sorry.
Oh, that was good. I like that. You didn't have to hit the cough button. I wanted to hear you crack up.
Man, I lost it. I just happened to be watching first base as Yuli during that pickoff attempt, and he just literally fell over and almost didn't make it to first. I don't even think his uniform got dirty.
No, it's perfectly clean. Diaz with a 1-1 count. And that one's down in the dirt, 2-1. Astros lead this game 6-2. They've already put up 10 hits today. Trying to wrap things up in the American League West for a 3rd consecutive season. Anderson from St. Pius High School right here in the Houston area. Went to the University of Texas San Antonio. Made his big league debut here in his hometown last year on April the 23rd. Three and 1 on Aledmys. Doesn't chase the pitch up, and that will load the bases. On a day that's already seen 4 home runs, Robinson Chirinos, who hit his first career grand slam earlier this year, will bat with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Bases are full of Cubans.
That is a Cuban sandwich out there on the bases. Now the Venezuelan will try and drive in the Tres Cubanos. Chirinos has struck out and popped up. That ball hit hard past the diving David Fletcher into center. 1 run scores. Yuli will score. 8-2 Astros. Chirinos a 2 RBI single.
These are the Astros. Walks, hits, traffic, big hits and big moments. Chirinos having plenty this season, doing a great job working with the pitching staff, but contributing when he gets the opportunity. Yuli with a great jump, scoring on that base hit to center field. 2 more. Astros piling on.
Josh Reddick looking for his first hit. Reddick and Altuve, the only starters without a hit so far today. Josh has popped up and struck out. Three of the runs in this inning charged to Miguel Del Pozo. Now that run scored by Yuli charged to Justin Anderson. Reddick rips one foul. Long wait for Justin Verlander here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. We're already seeing a mid-inning pitching change.
I'm sure he appreciates the run support.
Astros do have their bullpen going at this point. Verlander so far in this game has 92 pitches in 5 innings, just got through a 26 pitch inning.
He qualifies for number 20 if the Astros can hang on to this lead.
It is Brad Peacock warming up just off the injured list. 3-1 on Reddick as Anderson has struggled with the zone since coming in out of the bullpen. Anderson's strike percentage of 59.1%, the lowest of any reliever for the Angels this year. When he's in the zone, he picks up a lot of strikeouts, but today 8 of 12 out of the zone. And make it 9 of 13. That'll load the bases for a guy who already has 3 home runs today. This place is all rising now for George Springer.
I'm scared if he gets a hold of one.
His last time he faced Justin Anderson, he hit a home run. He's 3 for 6 against Anderson with that home run in his last AB.
Speaking of, that was it, right? Well, that was earlier today, the leadoff home run off of Rodriguez. Next at bat, 2-run home run on a hanging slider off Rodriguez. Third at bat against Suarez, a laser into the seats for number 3.
Slider for a strike. Not often in the bottom of the 5th inning will you see the entire stadium standing for an at bat. But not often do you see a guy with a chance at his 4th home run of the game in the 5th inning. Infield's in. Springer fouls one on the third base side.
Took a little bit off that pitch because that was a good pitch for George to hit.
3 home run game by Springer, the 14th time in Astros history. The hitter has a 3 home run game. George trying to become the first to ever hit 4 in a game. Little punch shot with the infield in. Fletcher a long way to go. Runs it down for the out. Reddick had to hustle back to first to make sure he wasn't doubled up. Springer retired for the first time and gets a big hand. Just 1 out in the inning now, and Jose Altuve will bat.
Definitely deserves the applause. George Springer does. This time around, though, he's going to leave it up to somebody hitting behind him to possibly drive in some more runs. He's human.
Astros with a franchise best 11 grand slams this year. Jose Altuve has 2 of those 11. Springer actually hasn't hit a grand slam this year. Altuve takes a strike. All of a sudden, Anderson finding the strike zone a little bit better the last 2 batters.
I actually appreciate the fans here at Minute Maid Park. Everybody knows that we don't get to carry on into the postseason, but this definitely has that feel and that thunder and that vibe around it.
Back-to-back sliders has Altuve down on the count 0-2. Altuve against Anderson, 2 for 4 with a walk and a hit by pitch. That one pops away, coming down the line to try and score. Diaz safe. Aledmys Diaz scores the 9th run of the game. It's 9-2 Astros.
Good read by Diaz. You've got to anticipate. And Bemboom got a little lazy behind home plate. Didn't really go up and try and get that ball at the top of the zone. And being late to get to that pitch up, it squirts out of the glove, goes to the backstop, and Diaz scores. Everybody moves up 90 feet.
So now the infield comes in on Altuve with a 1-2 count. That'll be a pass ball charge against Bemboom. That's a line drive base hit. In comes Chirinos, 10-2 Astros. Jose Altuve, an RBI single.
Been broadcasting with the Astros for the last 7 years, and I can't tell you how many times I've asked, how did he hit that? And I'm going to ask again, how did he hit that? Slider down and away, well off the plate. And all he does is get the barrel to it and shoot it past David Fletcher for an RBI single again.
Infield coming in after the pass ball didn't hurt either.
Yeah, the wizardry of Jose Altuve.
10-2, another pitching change, 3rd pitcher this inning when we come back. Is driven by GulloAuto.com. Looks like we might have our 15th sellout crowd of the season, and these fans are revved up today, looking for a 3rd consecutive American League West Division title, and they're watching their Astros out big, 10-2.
We had Reed Ryan on earlier talking about how great the fans have been in this baseball city of Houston, and they are enjoying what is going to be a memorable afternoon here in Minute Maid Park.
Guess who will be part of those fans the next time the Astros play here at Minute Maid Park?
Me and you, buddy.
There you go, buddy.
Julie will be out there too, but we will be with the people.
As much as we would love to continue our coverage in the postseason, since we're not allowed, we are happy to be part of that Minute Maid Park enthusiastic and crazy crowd.
Oh, you better believe it.
Jake Jewell, new pitcher, 3rd pitcher of the inning for the Angels.
Facing the guy who started the inning in Michael Brantley. Jewell pitched a shutout inning last night.
Brantley started this inning with a single, and now he grounds one to short. Into the shift, it's the shortstop Simmons who starts the double play with Theis, and a 6-run inning comes to a close. But the Astros piling it on, now lead at 10-2.
By your local Ford dealers, it's Garrett Cole. September 8th, right here at Minute Maid Park against the Seattle Mariners, who he will face next. Had a game score of 91, going 8 innings. 1 strikeout below his career high in a game of 16, striking out 15 Mariners and only allowing 1 run on 1 hit. Garrett Cole, a magnificent season in his 2nd season as a Houston Astro. Some of the comparisons between the 1-2 punch of Justin Verlander and Garrett Cole for the Houston Astros. Deserved run average at .247 for Justin, .244 for Garrett Cole. That K percentage at 39.1% for Garrett Cole. Great numbers. The only thing that hurts Justin in those peripheral numbers is that FIP number because of the home runs, but he's been great at making the adjustment and getting away from the home run there in the 2nd half.
Hey, he's missed more barrels, throwing that slider and curveball a little more as the season's gone along. Justin has all the numbers that everybody likes from the old school numbers: the ERA lead, lowest opponent's batting average against, lowest whip. He's going to win his 20th today if the Astros hold on to this 10-2 lead. And Garrett has a lot of those other numbers, the ones you just saw on your screen with the FIP and the DRA. But one thing Garrett did today, he pretty much locked up the strikeout crown, with Verlander getting just 5 today. Justin now with 288, Garrett with 302. Garrett has 2 starts to go, and Verlander has 1 more. Brad Peacock, the new pitcher for the Astros. Haven't seen Peacock on the mound in a while.
Since August 27th, dealing with that shoulder injury that turned into a neck injury. And he's figured out the issue, hopefully corrected it. We saw a good fastball slider to get the first out of the inning. That's a good sign.
It's another guy. You know, here we are 1 week from today, the season ending. And there's probably 4 or 5 moving parts that could fill out that last spot or 2 in the pitching staff for the Astros. Hey, now Texas decides to score runs.
Thanks for showing up, guys.
They lead early in Oakland 4-0. There's a swing by Walsh, and the count's 1-1. Julia, what's the latest you have on Brad?
Well, he feels great, and he's been saying that since the 2nd time coming back. Remember, it was the right shoulder he was dealing with, but they actually got in there a little bit more, working on his neck, getting some treatment there, and he said he thinks that was the problem. So pain-free a lot earlier than he thought he was going to be, was able to work his way back. Live BP went great for him on Thursday, and here he is, knowing he was going to pitch an inning today if all went well, and then hopefully a couple more appearances for him before the postseason.
Okay, we'll have a limited time to try and impress here over the final 7 games, but we know how important Peacock was to that World Championship run in 2017, and he could be a valuable piece in the 2019 playoffs as well. 2-2 count here to Walsh. So Verlander ends his day with 5 innings today against the Angels, allowed 6 hits and a couple of walks, struck out 5 and 2 earned runs. JV ended up 2 strikeouts shy of his career high in strikeouts for a season. He's at 288. His best mark was last year at 290. And he's now also 6 strikeouts shy of 3,000 in his career, and he'll have 1 more start next Saturday in Anaheim. It was a 3-2 walk issued by Peacock. Jared Walsh, a 1-out base runner. Astros baseball returns to West Palm Beach in the spring of 2020. Watch the Astros get ready for another great season and enjoy the Palm Beaches all in one place. Visit astros.com/spring training to download your 2020 spring training schedule today. Peacock will now face Michael Hermosillo, who is 1 for 2 with a triple. That's a good slider for a swinging strike. Yankees won their game today 8-3. The Yankees at the end of the day will have played 1 more game than the Astros. Astros trying to maintain a half-game lead on New York. Final week of the season, the Yankees will have off days on Monday and Thursday, while the Astros' final off day will be tomorrow. Swing and a miss. Hermosillo goes down as Peacock picks up his first strikeout since coming off the IL. 2 away in the inning.
It's a beautiful sight for Astro fans seeing Brad Peacock back out on the mound. But also that number at the top of our MD Anderson strikeout zone right there is the velocity at 94.
Peacock misses down and into Theis. That ball hit to right field. Reddick on the move, eases up right in front of the wall, puts it away. Peacock with a shutout inning, his first inning back, and the Astros lead this game 10-2. That Astro brought to you by Nissan. Here are today's clues. Clean your plaque. Special Club, early 80s. Who am I? That's today's Name That Astro, presented by Nissan. Send your guesses to @ATT Sportsnet SW. Alex Bregman will lead things off against the Angels. Bregman hitting his 39th home run of the season his last time up. And we are hearing the chants in the latter part of this homestand for the first time all year of MVP. We heard him a lot for Jose Altuve in 2017. Altuve would beat out Aaron Judge for the MVP that year. Now Bregman trying to run down most people's first half and 3/4 of the season favorite Mike Trout, who is out for the rest of the year, while Bregman keeps putting up numbers. Alex with that OPS up to 1,007 now. Takes a strike to the knees. Jake Jewell, the one Angels pitcher able to restore order, just needed one pitch to get 2 outs last inning after the Astros put up 6 against Miguel Del Pozo and Justin Anderson in that bottom half of the 5th inning. On the ground towards short. Anderson Simmons makes the play. Bregman retired. Alex now 1 for 3 on the day. Well, here's Jordan, who was added to that legendary rookie season with a 3 for 3 today with a couple of extra base hits. Both of his doubles have been hit the other way on this day where the Astros have hit 4 home runs. Jordan has the hardest hit baseball of the game. 109.8 on that double his last inning. Has that season average up to 323 with a 3 for 3 today. How about his OPS? It's now 1,100. He's over half a season now. It's 1,100.
Yeah. Some other rookie season comparisons. Those are full seasons on the left. Just over a half season on the right for Jordan Alvarez, and comparable.
4 for 4. 2 doubles, 2 singles. His day is red across his back. He is 4 for 4 this afternoon.
Well, he's mixing it up on us, just going out there and getting hits this time around instead of driving the ball 9,000 feet into the universe. Showing some of that professional hitter swing that he has, going up the middle the other way with some of these doubles and singles.
Second career 4-hit game. Had a 4-hit game against the Mariners 2 Sundays ago when the Astros put up 21 runs. Here's Abraham Toro. Toro batting for Yuli Gurriel, getting a pinch hit appearance here. Actually, Toro was in defensively at third last inning, and Diaz moved from third to first. Toro batting for the first time. Toro's had a good year for the Astros, especially as a left-handed hitter. Overall, he's batting .239, but he's .298 as a lefty with a .933 OPS. 3-1 the count here. And Toro draws a walk. Well, the hit by Alvarez followed by a walk to Toro, and Aledmys Diaz will bat.
This week on Astros Bases Loaded, the team gears up for the playoffs, but A.J. Hinch still has a tough question to answer. Plus, we'll celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. All that and more this week on Astros Bases Loaded, only on AT&T Sportsnet.
Jordan should get a nice hand on his way back after he's pinch run for. Kyle Tucker taking over at second base. Jordan finishes 4 for 4. Here's Aledmys Diaz. Diaz has scored a couple of runs today. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Astros trying to replicate what happened 20 years ago with 3 straight division titles, second time in franchise history. 97, 98, and 99 division titles for Houston. That 98 team won 102 games. And the 2019 team trying to match that 98 team for the second most wins in Astros history, only 1 shy of the mark set last year. Two and 1 the count to Diaz. Diaz sends one towards the scoreboard and left it. This ball's off the top of the wall and in play. Tucker's going to score. Toro to third. Diaz an RBI double. Just missed a home run. It's 11-2.
Just a little bit more for Aledmys Diaz. Had to reach out and go get that slider, sweeping across the plate. Got the barrel on it and lined it off that manual scoreboard out there and left. How close was it? Just below the yellow line.
They're going to review this.
Okay.
That's a boundary call, so you can have Jordan Alvarez is giving his buddy from Cuba a hard time from the dugout. Jordan saying, hey, let's work out a little bit, Aledmys. You need to start lifting weights.
Ooh.
Right off the top of the yellow line.
No chance it got that railing behind it, maybe?
Jordan, who was flexing a little bit before the game with his buddy Framber Valdez, was also motioning out to Aledmys, hey, a few more curls.
It's replayed it here on El Grande.
Did the fans see something we're not seeing? That it hit the rail, maybe?
Watch the. I think it hit the rail.
We have a double tap. Top of the yellow line and then off the rail, maybe. That's a close call. Do they see enough? Home run, Aledmys Diaz. And now Jordan can say, I guess you worked out just enough. Jordan will be waiting for him in the dugout to greet him after Aledmys hits his 8th home run. That'll be a big 3-run home run to give the Astros a 13-2 lead. Yeah, see, Jordan saying, all right, you worked out just enough.
Don't doubt me.
If anybody can get on you about not hitting the ball far enough, it's Jordan Alvarez.
Yeah. It's like if you hit him like me, you don't have to get reviews.
3-run shot for Aledmus. Robinson Chirinos pops one in the air, shallow left field. Be the second out of the inning. So Aledmus hitting the Astros' 5th home run of the game. Josh Reddick walked his last time up. Trevor Cahill warming up for the Angels. Little punch shot, glove by Jewell. Reddick fires the bat away. He's retired for the final out of the 6th inning. The Astros add 3 more. 13-2. They scored in every inning but one.
Astros season tickets are on sale now. Enjoy some of the best seats and exclusive benefits throughout the season, and buy your tickets today to secure postseason tickets for October. For tickets and more information, visit astros.com/season tickets or call 1-877-9-ASTROS today. TK.
All right, Julia. Astros looking to put the finishing touches on a brilliant 2019 division run. Magic number of 1 and a 13-2 lead as we head into the 7th inning, and Framber Valdez takes over.
Framber will probably be on for a couple of innings for the Astros, especially if he's in the strike zone with that fastball slider changeup mix that he has. On the season, he has a 5.60 ERA, but we have seen flashes of brilliance from Framber. Be good to see him again tonight, or this afternoon, sorry. Get a little ahead of myself.
There's a celebration brewing here at Minute Maid Park, and a sellout crowd, it appears, ready to start enjoying what the Astros have worked so hard for all year long. They've led this division for almost the entire season. The Astros took over first place at the end of April 28th. Remember, Seattle got out to that quick start, 13-2 in the division, but the Astros took over first place for good on April the 28th. Built that lead all the way up to 10 games by early June. And the Astros have been somewhere between 7 and 10.5 games here for the last month and a half. Framber with an 0-2 count, misses inside. And it's 1-2. We said yesterday was the biggest crowd of the season at 43,264. They got within 100 of that today, 43,169. 15th sellout of the year at Minute Maid Park, and quite a way to go out in the 2019 regular season.
It's a beautiful thing. Fans have done a phenomenal job this season supporting this team.
Foul tip, staying alive, Ben Boone. So before the game, we were talking about Jordan telling his buddy Framber that he has been working out a lot, basically. He's like, all right, let me check the tries. Pretty good.
Straw probably popping off in the background.
And then Jordan's like, hey, how about those tries?
Yeah, check this out. You seen these horseshoes on the back of my arm? Good
to see that personality come out a little bit too. He's kind of a quiet guy, Yordan Alvarez, but we have seen him growing more and more comfortable with every home run. That's a lot of comfort too.
Yeah. Of course, he doesn't have to speak much when his bat is screaming at Major League Baseball.
Opening walk issued by Framber Valdez. Now he'll face David Fletcher. So the Astros got to a home attendance this year of 2,857,367.
Nice work, people. Go Astros.
There's a strike called. It's 1-1. And as you can imagine, most are going to stick around even though it's an 11-run lead. They want to see this team celebrate a division championship. Fletcher fouls one away. It's 1-2. Astros scoring 5 of the 6 innings today. They've scored 9 runs the last 2 innings. And have put up 13 for the 9th time this year. That's the most in the major leagues, 13 or more. There's a ball hit towards left field, and Brantley will play it on a hop. Well, David Fletcher, who was robbed by Brantley his last time up on a great play, singles into left field for his first hit of the day. It is time to name that Astro, brought to you by Nissan. Here were today's clues. Clean your phone, special club, early 80s. And the name that Astro is Don Sutton, inducted into the Hall of Fame 1998. Sutton wrapped up his career with 324 wins and a Houston Astro, as you saw there, for the final clue. 2 on, nobody out, and Brian Goodwin will bat. The Astros will shuffle in the bullpen to get somebody warming up as Framber's allowed the first 2 runners on here in the 7th.
Yeah, but little does A.J. Hinch know that Framber's got him right where he wants him.
Right. It's all part of the plan. No one's outside for a ball, 1-0.
And we say that because Framber's done an unbelievable job over the last couple of years of getting out of jams like this with traffic on the base paths as Josh James gets loose.
Framber will take a little stroll behind the mound here to try and regroup. So he has missed with 7 of the first 13 pitches in this inning. Oh, he's 3-0 on Goodwin, and Albert Pujols is on deck. That strike on the edge of 3-1. In games involving teams chasing down the wild card in the American League, Tampa Bay lost today to Boston, had their 3-game winning streak snapped, 7-4 final. Oakland's trailing Texas 5-0 in the 3rd, and Cleveland will play tonight against Philadelphia. That'll be a walk to load the bases in front of Pujols. Trinos thought that was a strike, and so did Framber. Instead, it's the 2nd walk of the inning.
Would have liked to have had that one.
A.J. Hinch may not wait any longer here with the bases loaded. Framber facing 3 batters, all of them reaching, and A.J. is going to go to Josh James. We'll have a pitching change in the 7th. Now it's time for T-Mobile's connection to the game. News and notes from around the league. James Paxton has been outstanding for the Yankees his last 10 starts. He's 10-0 with a 2.25 ERA. Max Fried, a great year for the Braves, 17 wins, most since Tim Hudson in 2010. And the Texas Rangers last night could not get 3 outs from any of their first 3 pitchers, but today Rangers trying to bounce back with a salvage game as they're up 5-0 on the A's in the 3rd inning. Fans trying on some big hats out there at the team store.
Those are great. They're funny. Big hats.
That always amuses me. Here's Josh James coming in with the bases loaded, nobody out.
James has pitched in this series. He went an inning, picked up a hold, had a walk and 2 strikeouts.
Tough outing for Fromber. 3 batters, all reaching, a couple of walks and a single. And now James will try and limit the damage here in this 13-2 game. Bemboom, Fletcher, and Goodwin are your base runners. Make sure to stay with us after this game too. We'll have our special post-game coverage, assuming the Astros maintain this lead. They will be celebrating in the clubhouse and on the field after the game, and we'll be a part of it. Lummer and Julia will be heading into the Astros clubhouse after gathering an interview or 2 on the field, and then we'll have extended coverage of the celebration. Reaching out, Toro at third base, bobbles, everybody's safe. It is now a 13-3 game as Pujols just punched one to the left side of the infield and reaches.
Might have been an opportunity if he was able to make the exchange to get that ball to Altuve at second base and maybe turn it on Albert Pujols, who's lost a couple of steps. But on this Sunday, a little bit of a fumble from Abraham Toro.
That'll be an RBI for Pujols, RBI number 2,074 in his career. As Cole Calhoun bats in a 13-3 game with the bases loaded. That'll be a fielder's choice and an error on Toro. RBI credited to Pujols. This one popped up. Toro all by himself in foul territory. Showed a lot of baseball in that pop-up, but he still made the play for the first out.
Yeah, that thing hit him right in the palm or in the heel of the glove. It's an out. We'll take it. Started to come back towards the infield. Reached a little bit and caught that right between the pinky and the thumb.
How's that feel?
Not ideal.
Here's Andrelton Simmons. Simmons a double and 3 at bats today. Fans have had a lot to cheer about this afternoon, but they've kind of hit a little lull here in the longish top half of the 7th inning, with the first 3 reaching for the Angels and the bases still remaining loaded here. There's a strike at 97 from Josh James. Got Robbie. 1 and 2. Oh, double.
God, everybody double tap.
Trino saying, "You good?" Kershaw saying, "Yep, you good?" The perils of being behind the plate.
Man. Especially this day and age, with as hard as these guys throw. Josh James, one of them.
On the ground, that'll be a base hit. Bases remain loaded on the RBI single by Simmons. Andrelton Simmons only 37 RBIs on the year, but 9 of them against the Astros this season. And it's now a 13-4 game with a couple of runs coming across this inning. I'll bring up Jared Walsh. Walsh has tripled, scored a run, grounded out with an RBI involved, and also walked. Justin Verlander getting the first 5 innings for the Astros today. Went 5 innings, allowed a couple of runs. Struck out 5, 2 shy of his career high. And strikeouts for a season, he's at 288 now. He's also 6 shy of 3,000 in his career. Verlander looking for his 20th win on the season. Walsh takes one down and in for a ball. It's 1-1. Been a 15-minute top half of the 7th inning, still just 1 out. Minnesota's winning their game today 10-6. The Astros had that magic number of 1 to win the division. They also have a magic number of 2 against the Twins to secure home field advantage in the first round of the postseason as either the 1 or the 2 seed. It means the Astros would be at home a week from Friday to kick off the playoff series. The ALDS first 2 games will be Friday and Saturday, with the 1 and 2 seeds hosting the 3 seed in the wild card team. Swing and a miss. James strikes out Walsh with the bases loaded. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. First strikeout for Josh. If the Astros maintain their number 1 seed, or even if they are the number 2 seed, that will be your schedule for the first round. They will be at home for the first 2, day off, and then on the road for Monday and Tuesday, and then home for Thursday, game 5. So just a magic number of 2 to secure that home field advantage for round 1.
It's good news. We play okay here.
So if you need to start planning in advance, and I hate to say the Yankees are going to get the night game, but that's the way the trend has been in the past. So if the Yankees are either the 1 or the 2 seed, and the Astros are the other home team, then more than likely the Yankees will be the night game.
Yeah.
So think about taking that Friday off, a week from Friday.
I am.
I'll be here. Make your plans accordingly. 1 week from Friday, Astros, Minute Maid Park, more than likely will be a day game. And then Saturday possibly as well, with the Yankees back in action that day too. Michael Hermosillo batting with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Takes one upstairs for a ball, 2-1. So far, the 2 runs in this inning charged against Framber Valdez. 2 of the runners on now are Josh James' responsibility, although one of them reached on an error. A little bit low. That'll be a bases loaded walk. Third run of the inning crosses the plate. Now 13-5 game as Hermosillo took a close pitch at 3-2 and draws a walk.
I believe that's the last runner Fromber is responsible for.
That is correct. A 0-inning, 3-run outing. Fromber Valdez hitting a couple of walks. So Matt Thaiss will bat here in this 13-5 game. James misses outside for ball one. Ninth batter of the inning for the Angels. They only have 2 hits in the inning. There have been 3 walks and another reached on an error. Of the potential first-round opponents for the Astros in the ALDS, they won the season series against the Oakland A's despite losing 6 of the last 8 against Oakland. They defeated the Cleveland Indians 4-3 in their head-to-head matchups with the Indians. They lost 4 of 7 to the Twins and lost 4 of 7 to the Rays. That ball hit high in the air to right field. Long run for Reddick. This ball is caught for the final out of the inning. Josh Reddick puts it away. The Angels score 3, but 3 are left on base. It is now a 13-5 game as we hit the 7th inning stretch here at Minute Maid Park.
The Power Player is brought to you by TXU Energy. It would be hard to pick an MVP on this club, but if you had to pick one for home games, you might want to go Yuli Gurria La Pina, giving the home fans a lot to cheer about. Looking at his numbers there, the 19 home runs, 62 RBI. That's just at home this season, and a lot of that had been coming later on in the season, but definitely a season for the 35-year-old, a very good one for Yuli, a huge contributor to this team's success today.
Yes, he has, and the huge contributor to the game today is the guy at the plate with a 3-home run contest going. Has a chance to be the first Astro ever to hit 4 home runs as he leads off the bottom of the 7th inning and takes a called strike. George with 38 home runs on the year, hit a home run in the first on the first pitch he saw, in the second on a 3-2 pitch. This one cracks his bat as Cahill makes the play. George will be retired for the first out of the 7th inning. He's now 3 for 5 with those 3 home runs. George finishes that at bat. May not get another one with 18 home runs at home this year, which is 1 shy of Yuli's team leading total. Trevor Cahill, the new arm for the Angels.
Veteran right-hander will make his 35th appearance. Been a rough year with that 6.22 ERA.
Jose Altuve with an RBI single his last time up. Altuve sitting at exactly 300 when this game started, and that's where he is now. That'll be something to watch the final week of the season. Altuve already with a 30 home run season, most of his career. That was his 70th RBI of the year as he takes one low for a ball, 1-1. Cahill's had success against Altuve, 1 for 11 as he delivers a strike at the bottom of the zone. It's 1-2. Chris Davinsky warming up for the Astros. Looks like he might get the 8th inning after the Angels scored 3 in the 7th. Altuve fouls one at the plate. 13 runs, 14 hits for the Astros. AJ's already taken Yuli Gurriel out of this game. Not sure if he'll give anybody else the rest of the day off as Cahill tried to drop in a curveball on 3-2 and missed for ball 4. Altuve reaches for the second time in a row.
The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Minute Maid Park. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem special check-in offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today.
So here's Michael Brantley. As opposed to Altuve, Brantley has good numbers against Cahill. 5 for 12 with a home run. He takes a strike. Michael's been on base today a couple of times. A walk his first time up and a single in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 3. Towards first, bobbled. And the flip to Cahill covering. They may have had a chance to try and turn 2 had it been made cleanly. Instead they settle for 1 out and Altuve over to second.
Walsh didn't want to cut into that double play lead, allowing his team an opportunity to overtake it. Just flips it to first to get that sure out.
Final series of the year, Blummer, is going to be the Angels and Astros with the double play crown on the line. They've been going back and forth all year as to who's hitting the most.
It's also interesting that both teams don't strike out a lot of base runners, so credit to the both ball clubs for having a lot of guys on base. But yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on that.
You hear what I hear?
I do, and I believe it.
Alex 1 shy of 40 home runs, hitting 1 in the 5th inning today. Missed that cutter. He's down to the count to Cahill 0-2. Bregman 1 for 3, was hit by a pitch, flied out, grounded out, and hit a 2-run home run in the 5th inning, giving him 39 home runs, 108 RBIs. And 117 runs scored. Called third strike. Bregman down looking on a pitch he thought was off the plate. That'll end the 7th.
It's time now to reveal the results of our Chevy Stroh poll. You all went to @ATT Sports and SW and voted. What was your favorite Astros home game or moment of 2019? 36% of you voted for the combined no-hitter, just beating out Yordan's upper deck home run, Josh Reddick's game-saving catch. Thank you to all of you who voted on today's Astros Stroh poll. That was a big moment here at the ballpark this season.
Astros debut for Aaron Sanchez. Had help from the guy on the mound, Chris Davinsky, along with Joe Biagini and Will Harris. Devo take it over in the 8th inning. Faces Anthony Bemboom, who started out the last inning. The Astros faced 9 hitters last inning with 2 different pitchers, Framber Valdez and Josh James, as the Angels put up 3 to make it a 13-5 game. First 2 to Bemboom are out of the zone. It's 2-0. Bemboom, who was drafted by the Angels initially, has played on both Tampa Bay and the Los Angeles Angels this year. Being acquired in the middle of July, made his big league debut with the Rays back on May the 12th. And Devo started out with a 3-0 count. There is a strike. Springer in center field puts it away for the first out of the 8th.
The combined no-hitter that TK was talking about, started by newcomer Aaron Sanchez, coming over at that trade deadline, going 6 strong. And he would pass the torch to Will Harris, having himself a solid inning, getting some help from the defense with that big double play. Joe Biagini, also recently acquired, getting in, and then it was Chris Davinsky finishing it off with Vogelbach. Pop fly to right field, and the Astros celebrate a 4-pitcher combined no-hitter right here at Minute Maid Park.
David Fletcher with a count of 1-1. Fletcher 1 for 4 today with a single and a run scored. First of 2 no-hitters for the Astros, and they did it in the span of less than a month. Verlander getting one in Toronto on the road. JV lined up for his 20th win of the season. He only had that mark reached one other time in his amazing Hall of Fame career, and that was when he won the Cy Young and the MVP in 2011. Verlander won 24 games that year. He won 19 in 2009, and here he is 10 years later at age 36 trying to win a 20th with another start to go. And trying to wrap up a division title for the second time in 3 years at home with him on the mound. This one popped up to Jose Altuve, and Fletcher retired for the second out. 2 away here in the 8th. Other than Yuli Gurriel being taken out of the game, AJ has kept his regulars in there. Maybe he wants them to be on the field when the final out, giving them a division title. A little different than if it was 13-5 on a game that wasn't going to wrap things up. Brian Goodwin, the batter. Don't forget, following the game, our Astros post-game show will be expanded. Assuming the Astros win this game leading by 8 with 4 outs to go, we will have extended post-game coverage of the AL West celebration for a 3rd consecutive year. 2nd time here at Minute Maid Park. Down and in. The good one is 3-1. Ball hit hard but foul. Goodwin, who already has a career high 16 home runs on the season. A little out in front of that, but had home run distance.
That was a hitter's count, 3-1. Guess right. Just got a little bit too quick on that Devo fastball.
Swing and a miss. Devo gets Goodwin for the final out of the 8th inning. Astros will bat in the bottom of the 8th, up 13-5. Get Out and Play is presented by Toyota. The Astros have had some great finishes at the home season, including Tony Kemp, a pinch hit walk-off home run against the Cleveland Indians. That was on April the 27th. Then Yuli would drive one out on June the 28th. Celebration was on, and then Michael Brantley in extra innings walked one off this month, September 5th, capping off a wild game against the Mariners. The Astros won that game 11-9. Wrapped it up in 13 innings. And a lot of fun bottom half of the 9th, or in that case, bottom half of the 13th innings for the Astros this year, as now they'll bat in the bottom of the 8th with a big lead, 13-5, as Kyle Tucker will bat for the first time today. Tucker came on as a pinch runner for Yordan Alvarez. Stayed in that DH spot. It'll be Tucker, Abraham Toro, and Aledmys Diaz. Tucker has a 2-0 count. Astros have had a total of 8 walk-off wins this year, including the 3 walk-off home runs you saw. Tucker sends one to right field. New right fielder makes the play. That is Michael Hermosillo, who moved from left to right. Make sure to stay tuned after our game for the Astros post-game show presented by Whataburger. Bart Ennis and Mike Stanton will host, and we'll have extended coverage. I'll be staying aboard with on-field reaction. Julian Blummer will head into the clubhouse to get interviews. They'll have analysis from the set. We'll hear A.J. Hinch's post-game speech for the Astros' 3rd title in as many seasons, and the 2nd time in franchise history, winning 3 in a row. Toro takes a strike. Taylor Ward's the new left fielder. That's why Hermosillo's in right. Cole Calhoun out of the game. Also David Fletcher out of the game. Caleb Coward's the new second baseman. That one tapped towards the middle. And a play made. Actually, Fletcher's in the game. He just moved from second to short. Simmons is out of the game. So Fletcher makes that play for the 2nd out. We had a close contest early in this one. George Springer gave the Astros a 1-0 lead. Angels tied it the next half inning. And the Astros took a 3-1 lead. 2 innings later, the Angels cut it to 3-2. Astros led 4-2 heading to the bottom of the 5th when they broke it open with a 6-run inning. Aledmys Diaz walked in that inning, and he would cap off all the scoring the next inning with a 3-run home run. Diaz has scored 3 runs. He has driven in 3 runs. And this team is ready to celebrate.
Might be a little game planning.
That ball's hit hard. Good day for Aledmys. He's on base for the 4th time today. 3 hits and a walk. Good to see his bat coming alive here. He's a 2-out base runner. I'll give Robinson Chirinos a chance to hit one more time. Astros at home against their division, totally dominant this year.
That's incredible, and that doesn't even take into account what the Astros are doing right now to the Angels, and there's still some games to be played against them. But here at home, it's been absolutely incredible the way they've just owned their home turf. 31-6. Over 6.5 runs a game.
Yeah, pretty significant stuff this year on the home schedule against the AL West as Theis makes this play against Chirinos. We're going to head to the ninth. The Astros 3 outs away from a celebration, leading 13-5. Astros baseball on AT&T Sportsnet is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. And by Gallery Furniture. Gallery saves you money and delivers today. We head to the ninth. Astros trying to put the finishing touches on a brilliant 2019 regular season and win the AL West. They are 3 outs away, and Roberto Osuna will pitch the ninth.
Close this thing out in fashion. He is second in the American League with saves with 36. 69 strikeouts in 62 innings pitched.
They'll face Albert Pujols and then Taylor Ward and Caleb Cowart. Pujols reached on an error his last time up, got an RBI. Now up to 2,074 career RBIs, and of those 2,074, 167 have come against the Astros, the most for any visiting player against the Astros in franchise history. So Blummer, take us into that dugout right now. What's the feeling like when the game's at hand, you know a celebration's about to start?
You know what it's like on Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah.
Christmas morning, and you're waiting for your parents to unlock the doors and let you out. Not that I was ever locked in my room. But that's the excitement. It's the anticipation. It's knowing that you've accomplished something. It's announcing to the rest of the league that you are into the playoffs and punching that ticket to go to the dance. This is where I really feel like you get to see some of those 12-year-old boys kind of come out in those celebrations. It's just unadulterated fun. These guys have worked for it, they've earned it, and they get a chance to release and enjoy it. 2 more to go. And you are counting outs in these situations.
Osuna strikes out Albert Pujols, the future Hall of Famer, to start the 9th inning. Well, the Astros are hoping this is the first of 4 celebrations. Regular season division title, ALDS, ALCS, and then a World Series. A win today will give them 102 wins, which will be tied for the 2nd most in franchise history. Jordan Alvarez, one of the few players that can make Carlos Correa look small. There's a strike. It's 0-2. This crowd's ready to get revved up. One out away. Ward goes down on 3 pitches. Osuna's thrown nothing but strikes. A couple of strikeouts in the 9th.
Roberto Osuna is on the mound to slam the door on the West.
Justin Verlander will win his 20th game for the 2nd time in his career. Astros for the first time in 20 years and for the 2nd time in franchise history, looking to win division titles for 3 years in a row. That ball's popped up. Abraham Toro in foul territory, and the Astros have won the American League West for the 3rd consecutive year. 13-5 the final score. Justin Verlander wins his 20th, and the celebration begins. Astros haven't been in the AL West that long. They become the 5th team ever to win the AL West 3 straight times. Oakland did it twice. Anaheim, the most recent. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim most recently 10 years ago. Kansas City won 3 in a row back in the 76, 77, and 78 years. And now the Astros join that illustrious group.
A lot of hard work goes into a big league season just to win a division championship. The Astros have claimed their 3rd in a row. An incredible accomplishment for a group of guys that work hard and play hard together, and they're about to party hard.
After last night, Blummer, nobody wanted to see this thing extend into the next day because you didn't want to wrap it up on the road, and Alex Bregman knew when that ball went up as the Astros will be celebrating on their home turf.
And it's only fitting that they do finish this on their home turf. Dominant, we just showed you, within the division here at home. Dominant period here at home with their 60th win of the season at Minute Maid Park. These guys truly love each other and they love winning.
60 wins, ties for the 3rd most at home in the history of the major leagues. As they finish off the year at Minute Maid Park, 60-21. Julia with the hero of today's game.
Thank you so much. George is switching out and putting on his t-shirt. He is ready to go, though. You look good.
Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day for us, a good day for the city, the fans, so I'm excited.
George, congratulations on such a great game personally for you. 3 home runs today. You've never done that in your career. As the 3rd one left the field, what were you thinking and feeling?
I don't really know. You know, it's not really something that you think about. You're just kind of trying to hit the ball hard, and you know, I'm glad I could help us win today. You know, home runs don't mean anything if we don't win, but we won the game, so that's all that matters.
Your 3rd straight AL West Division title, and when you got here, things were starting to turn around in the right direction. How does this team continue to get it done year after year?
Just always hungry. You know, the guys in this locker room don't ever settle. We always want to be better every single day, and it shows. Congratulations.
Go celebrate. TK.
All right, Julia's right in the midst of the celebration. The Astros wearing their October Rain shirts as AL West Division champions. George Springer hitting home runs 36, 37, and 38. And how about Justin Verlander with his 20th win for the 2nd time in his career? Last time he did that, he won a Cy Young Award and an MVP. The Astros winning today by the final score of 13-5. 97, 98, 99, and now 20 years later, 2017, 2018, 2019. This is a franchise that had lost more games than any team in baseball for the decade, beginning in 2010. And then they went from that, from 2010 through 2016, with the most losses in the major leagues, to now 3 consecutive 100-win seasons and 3 consecutive division titles. Jose Altuve lived through all those down times as the fans celebrate with the team. The team will tip their caps to the crowd of almost 3 million fans at home attendance this year. Three in a row for the AL West. The Astros still trying to secure the #1 seed in the American League with 6 games to go. They have a half-game lead over the New York Yankees, with both teams winning today. In the history of the Houston Astros franchise, they add another division title to that list after 3 in a row, 97, 98, 99. Tonight is now 9 division titles in franchise history, with the 3rd in a row. Julia with the manager.
Thank you so much. With manager AJ Hinch, there are 9 division titles in Astros franchise history. You've managed a team to 3 of them in the last 3 years. What is so significant about this achievement?
You know what? It's just hard to do. I don't care what people think or what people say or how much expectation there is. There's a great bond in here and what it takes to win as many games as we won, to beat our division 3 years in a row. one of the most fun teams I've ever been on. I hope it continues.
Sellout crowd today. Michael Brantley said it'd be a gift if you could clinch at home. You definitely gifted everyone here and then everyone watching at home. What does it mean to celebrate in front of the home?
Well, we wanted to do it as quick as possible. I mean, it's hard to believe we're this late. We have over 100 wins and we're just now clinching, but to do it in front of our fans, to do it at home, to do it with our boys, it's unbelievable. So I got to take a picture.
I know you do. Congratulations. Go celebrate. The Astros are AL West Division champions for the third consecutive season. The celebration, though, will continue on the field here and then carry on into the clubhouse. Blummer's going to join me down there. Bart Ennis, Mike Stanton will join you on Astros postgame after this break.